deactivation is not an option. The end is where we begin.
Morgan's going to fake it to Hoekster's going to roll out to his right. Misses the tackle, puts it deep.
Oh, look at this.
And complete to number 25.
Aaron
Down
Rowland.
to 20, to 10, to 5. Touchdown.
There you go.
Pinnacle. All day, all day, all day.
Run, Brian, run.
Nope, there it is, there it is. Mason head.
Move. Move.
There's Gillis Ross.
Yeah, oh my God. Goodness. Wow. One-handed, incredible.
That is one of the greatest catches I've ever seen.
You know, as far as Pinnacle is concerned, as far as the region, they are undefeated. And Horizon has one loss. They lost against
Correct.
Boulder Creek.
Close one, 12-10 last week, actually.
Yeah, 12-10, and we beat them pretty Boulder Creek pretty open-handedly. I don't know where you got the score there. I've got it written down, but I know you got it right in front of you.
68-13.
Yeah,
so when you look at common opponents this year, Tim, you're right. We're 4-0 in league. They are 3-1. We took care of Boulder Creek 68-13. We beat O'Connor 56-13. We beat Mountain Ridge 59-0, and we beat Desert Mountain in a record-breaking night 77-29. So it's been all Pinnacle in league.
It is, and then when you talk about Pinnacle, Pinnacle has not lost to Horizon in the last 10 years.
10-0, baby.
So Pinnacle is 10-0. And, you know, you look at strength of schedule and where the teams are going to be ranked. Tomorrow, Saturday morning, they will divvy it up, and they'll seed everybody in as far as the playoffs are concerned. But whoever wins tonight is a guaranteed spot in the playoffs, for sure. Pinnacle should be in regardless of win or loss.
Even with a loss.
Yeah, even with a loss, we'll still get in. But if Horizon wins, they will get in. If Horizon loses, depending on the score there, they could be on a bubble possibly.
They'd be on a bubble because Boulder Creek plays Desert Mountain tonight, and they're both in the mix also.
Correct. So, you know, Horizon is playing. They've got it. They're in kind of a must-win situation where, you know, Pinnacle should come out victorious. As far as talking about the lower levels, the freshmen on Wednesday night won. So the freshmen finished up the year 8-1. Their only loss being the Chandler. And then the JV won pretty open-handedly last night against Horizon, 77-21, I believe it was, or 71-21. And our JV team is the first Pinnacle JV team that has gone undefeated.
I think at any level, from what I understand, at any level. So the school, you know, Pinnacle started in, I believe, 2004. So 13 or 14 years into this, the JV, shout out to you guys. Holy cow, the very first time in the history of Pinnacle football that a team goes undefeated. And they not only did it, they outscored their opponents by, I believe, 404 to like 122.
Yeah.
They crushed everybody.
I know. You're exactly right. They put up some big numbers throughout the season. So tonight, folks, with that being said, Coach Dana Zupke likes to call some of the lower-level players up. So there may be we apologize, we don't have a full solid roster So there may be a couple of numbers that we potentially could miss as some of the, maybe a possible freshman or two gets in, or guaranteed a JV or two player gets in, where we might miss somebody. So I want to apologize for that up front. There's no intent with that, but we don't know who Coach Zupke calls up. And those kids will get to ride out this team through the rest of the playoff season.
Well, I would imagine quite a few based on the fact of how well those lower levels done. And you know, Tim, it's been a record-breaking season in general for Pinnacle. At all three levels, this is the highest win total when you look at all three levels in the history of the program, with the freshmen going 8-1, the JV going 9-0, and we're 7-3. With our only 3 losses to 3 of the top 5 schools in the state.
And those
2
three,
of them pretty close.
And those 3 schools, when we played those 3 losses, they were all in the number 1 seed at that particular time.
That's right. Yeah, one of the goofiest stats ever. We kept playing the number 1 team in the state.
Right.
So
it was pretty. It was good. And the opening game, which was Chandler, we lost in overtime, kind of a heartbreaker. That game could have went either way. Pinnacle, I believe, is the number 8 seed according to
They're the number 8 seed right now, Tim. And it's funny you bring that up, because I've really been kind of analyzing this. It's kind of like the March Madness brackets when they come out.
Oh, yeah.
The formula they use to figure out where teams are seated, it's not just your win and loss, and it's not just your strength of schedule. They've got a computer that literally cranks out like thousands of scenarios with teams that play each other. So trying to figure it out is just hieroglyphics,
right?
From a senior level class, and it's really hard to do. But we're number 8 right now. My guess is this, that we're going to end up at either 6 or 7.
I agree, which will entitle us to at least one home game.
Correct.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
it's possible it might be against the Horizon Huskies.
Very, very possible, depending on where this seeds. These teams could very easily be a rematch on a week from today.
Well, you were talking about that. So where does it stand right now? Well, Perry's ranked number 1 in the state. Mountain Point is 2, Desert Ridge 3, Hamilton 4, Chandler 5, Highland 6, Red Mountain 7, and then us. So, but here's the deal. We are just barely behind Red Mountain, and we're playing a tougher opponent tonight based on power rankings at Horizon. So it's very likely that we could jump both Red Mountain, and Highland has to play Desert Ridge. Most likely Desert Ridge wins that game.
Right.
Hamilton has to play Chandler. Most likely Chandler wins that game. So we could end up as high as 5.
Right.
Or we could stay all the way down to 8. It's just going to depend.
Yeah, a lot of scenarios will have to play out as the evening progresses. If we get some scores, folks, that you of those who are watching and listening out there, we'll try to update you as if we can get some scores fished up here to the booth. But, we'll keep you abreast of everything that's going on tonight. Obviously, this is a great battle. This will be a packed house tonight. With retrospect that these two schools are in very close proximity, miles of one another. I want to say probably about 5 miles, 5-6 miles from one another.
Very close. Yeah.
So
56th Street, I believe, and aren't they just south of Bell?
Yeah, just south of Bell. So 56 and Greenwater Way, and this one's up at the 101 and just off of Deer Valley there.
You know what? And so how did we get here tonight with Horizon being 7-2? Well, let's talk about their schedule a little bit. It's a much softer schedule than what we saw in the offseason, in the preseason, before league play. They started off with the 24. They beat the Cibola, I believe.
Cibola, yeah.
24-20. Then they lost to Chaparral. They actually lost to Chaparral this year. Then they had a 52-12 win over PV, a 27-21 victory over Westview. Then they also had a big win over North, 58-0, 28-0 over Mountain Ridge, 43-7 over O'Connor. And then I believe that's about it. And when you look at this, just the strength of schedule, and here's the thing, Max Preps does a good job about talking about that. Strength of schedule for Pinnacle, we had, with ours, I think was the 3rd toughest schedule in the top 25 in 6A.
Yeah, we don't play anybody out of state, though, but it was up there.
Right. The Horizon schedule coming into this game was the 2nd easiest in the top 25. So it just gives you an idea. It really was a different experience. But when you look at league play, it's quite a bit of difference. I mean, we've just absolutely dominated league play. They had a very tight victory in overtime over Desert Mountain, 41-38. So
right.
That was close.
But, with this being a, quote, a rivalry game,
you
last game of the season,
you never know.
These teams, it can come down to the wire. They play tough. Last year, these two teams met. Horizon, we played at Horizon High School, and Spencer Rattler, the game went to overtime, and Spencer Rattler, they went for 2 at the end for the win.
It was a heck of a game. I was on the sidelines for that.
And
boy,
he just got it in, and it was awesome. What an exciting game, and Pinnacle won by a point. And that was a type of game, if Horizon won, they were in the playoffs. If they lost, they were out.
Let me share some inside knowledge with you on that game, Tim. Okay, so do you remember when they tied it? Okay, so we go into overtime. Horizon scores, they kick an extra point. We go in and score. So you come down to this choice. You kick the extra point and then go to double overtime, or you go for 2.
Right.
Let me give you some inside knowledge. I hope Coach Zupke doesn't get mad at this, but Spencer came to the sidelines. He's like, all right, Coach, we're going to kick. And Coach Zupke looked at him and said, no, you're going to score. Spencer went back into the game.
Yeah, well, you were on the field with
I was
that
on
one.
the field. I was coaching. So they went back in, and just a little inside knowledge on the faith that Coach Zupke had for Spencer on that. He told him, he goes, no, we're not going. We're going for 2. We're going to win this thing. And he said, you're going to go in and you're going to score. And Spencer went back in and ran that option play, and Spencer scored to win that ball game.
I know he did. I mean, it was
awesome. It was really kind of a cool moment to witness.
It was really, really awesome. So, again, Pinnacle is 10-0 against the Huskies. That tradition that they hope will be the same tonight, where they're 11-0. According to the records and stats and so on, that's what should happen. But again, you never know. This is football. But you know, one thing is that, and I know Todd will talk this as the game progresses. We'll talk about some of the stats. You know, Spencer Rattler as a punter. I don't know how much he's going to be punting tonight, but is he difficult to defend that? You know what I mean?
He's leading the state right now in punting average, but it's not all time for Pinnacle. Last year's punting average was actually a little bit higher. It's barely behind last year's average.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So, folks, we're going to have, this is senior night, so as soon as we start introducing the seniors, and like Tim mentioned, Tim and I are going to kind of pipe down so you can hear the ambient mic. In fact, they're doing it right now, so we'll probably put our headsets down here for a minute so you can hear the announcements and hear about all the seniors.
Yeah, and I'll turn the mic up to the speaker because I'm right below it. So
yeah, we're rock concert mode. So we'll be back with you folks as soon as these announcements and the introduction of the seniors are over.
Please, you can be here tonight as our guest. Pinnacle High School and Horizon High School are playing a game tonight between agreement entered into by both schools. Please remember that the 2 teams competing here tonight are members of the Arizona Interscholastic Association and abide by the rules and regulations set forth by the association to maintain and improve high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. At tonight's game, Arizona AIA asks you to watch and cheer for your team in the spirit of good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship is an individual responsibility, and spectator behavior should represent respect for the opponent, the spectators, coaches, and the game's officials, as well as your school and representatives. The athletes performing tonight are friendly rivals of opposing teams. They are not enemies. Aggressive or threatening behavior from spectators or any other appropriate activity may result in you being removed from the game. Please remember, pursue victory with honor. Thank you.
All right, folks, well, we've got a little bit of break in the action. They're not going to start introducing the seniors here for just a bit. So, you know, Tim had mentioned earlier a little bit about the record-breaking season. Let me clue you in a little bit to how many records have been broken, because this season is all about broken records. Okay, so when you take a look at the records updates, points per game, single season record. Right now we're averaging 44.8, previous record 43.4 back in 2014. Total kicking points per game, single season record 7.4. Completion percentage, single game record. This year, again, a record-breaking season. We're at 68% on completion percentage. Passing yards per game, single season record. We're averaging almost 300. We're averaging 296 yards per game. When you go to the passing TDs per game, single season record, 3.3 that we've set this year. This is a big one. QB rating, single season record. Spencer's rating right now is 127.5. The previous high, 106.4 back in 2014. That's a big jump. When you take a look at the all-purpose yards per single season game, we're looking at, right now on total yardage per game, folks, 567 yards. No, that's not a misprint. That's 567 yards per game we're putting up. When you take a look at the kickoffs, the single season record, 89 kickoffs. So Tim's got the binoculars going. We're getting ready to have the kids introduced, but we're not done yet. There's more single season records and all-time records that have been broken, folks. What else? The kickoff touchback single season record by Veach. He's got 37 so far, 5 above the previous record, which is back in 2007. Passing yards single game record. You ready for this? Single game record set back in O'Connor 2 weeks ago, 587 yards. All right, folks, so now we're going to honor the seniors. We'll come back. We'll talk about more records because there's more that are broken. So meet your seniors. Here we go, folks.
For all your contributions to the Pinnacle football program over the last 4 years. Your dedication to the program is sincerely appreciated.
It has been extremely fun watching all of you train, play ball, and grow as a team. We have enjoyed all the exciting plays of offense and defense, summer 7-on-7 and big band competitions, your community involvement, and all the
Pioneer effort you put in building that crazy good Pinnacle school spirit is much appreciated. We also want to acknowledge the wonderful support of our trainer assistants. Your care and tireless support are also important to making practices and games run effectively. Thank you for all that you do. Your parents, coaches, and family and fans are also very proud of your achievements on and off the field as student athletes. You seniors have made some great memories here over the years, and we sincerely thank you for your leadership, dedication, and teamwork that provides us all with lasting memories we can cherish. You all have made the football season so fun to watch and be part of. We know all of you will do great things with wherever your path takes you. Best wishes to you and all the 2017, 2018 Pinnacle senior football players and trainer assistants. Keep your wonderful passion, that pioneer spirit. Please know you will always be a part of this Pinnacle family. Congratulations, seniors. You make game days awesome. Now please join me in recognizing your 2017 senior Pinnacle football players and trainer assistants.
Number 3, Brandon Pasternak. Joined by his parents Tracy and Dan Pasternak and his sister
Megan Pasternak. Number 5, Bennett Levy. Parents Jen and John Levy. Brother Holden, sister Emma, grandfather John Kopika.
Number 6, Jalen Coleman. Joined by his aunt Kelly and his
Uncle Terrell.
Number 7, Parker Red. Joined by his parents Sandy and Grimes Red. Brother Garrett Red. Brother and sister-in-law Brenna and Aaron Red.
Next senior, number 8,
Zaire Bogle. Joined by his mom Shannon Bogle, grandma Donna Bogle, and his sister Zamaria Bogle. Next is number 9, Braden Spurs. Joined by his parents Bryce Ann and Ken Spurs. Next pioneer number 15, Zach Hall. Joined by his parents Jason Brandy Hall, his brother Nate Hall,
and sister Kaylee Hall.
Next number 18, Tucker Parrish. Joined by his parents Jessica and Adam Ellis. sisters Madison and Abigail, and his godfather Josh Parrish.
Next, number 20, Tyler Marsh. Joined by his parents,
And Sherry Kutchka. Next, number 24, Jesus Murrieta. Joined by his dad, Jesus Murrieta, and his mom, Alma Murrieta. Next is number 27, Matthew Stedman. Joined by his parents, Dan and Julie Stedman, and his sisters, Allie and Heather Stedman. Next is number 28, Dylan Stevenson. Joined by his dad, Matt, his mom, Christy, sister Ella, brother Tyler, and Tyler's fiance, Olivia. It's pioneer number 32, Dakota Lassiter. Joined by his parents, Melissa and Daryl Lassiter, and younger brother, Austin Lassiter. Number 33, Riley Woodruff. Joined by his parents, Kevin and Jennifer Crawford. Todd Woodruff, his sisters, Ella Woodruff and Caitlin Crawford, and brother, Trevor Crawford. Marcus Fox. Joined by his parents, Deborah and Jack Fox. Number 44, Kyle Character. Joined by his parents, Tom and Cindy Character. Brother Hale Character. Grandparents, Lonnie and Jean Character. Number 51, Cameron Baldwin. Parents, James and Terry Baldwin. Sisters, Keegan and brother Ashton. Number 55, Luke Erlitis. Joined by his parents, Don Woods and Hugh Erlitis. Number 56, Morley Thompson. his mother, Judy Thompson, his brother, Robert Thompson, sister, Alexandra Thompson, and Darlene Thompson, and Jerome Cheney.
So it's Brooke, and her sister is Chelsea. Okay, and their son
Number 16,
number is
Roy
number 9. He's the running back, and he also plays the right back. His name is Ash
brother Samuel,
Iffin. And Brooke is his mom. Brooke, she's got kind of long blonde hair. Both have your center. So freaking go right. They are a riot. But I said, when you guys get here, text me. I'll forward the text right over to you. So you kind of know where they are. They'll have both of their customers.
So I need to be in line of sight. I'll head over there in a little bit and we'll do a quick test.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, we can pull them out. You have to pull them out. Yeah. But they're all right. Just ask me to think the
71, Lucas Jarvis. Carol Jarvis. His father, Kevin Jarvis. And grandfather, Ray Jarvis. Number 72, Luke Ashenbrand. Joined by his father Brian, his mother Tara, and his brother Brent. Number 75, William Wright. Joined by his mom, Christy Wright, and his dad, Jim Wright. Number 78, Justin Coulter. Joined by his mother, Lori Coulter, and his brother, James Coulter. Number 79, Benjamin Fox. Joined by his parents, Connie and Greg Fox, and his sister, Meg Fox. Next is number 80, Eric Cole. Joined by his mom, Terry Cole. His dad, Eric Cole Sr., and his sisters, Kendall and Jordan Cole. Number 82, Jacob Beach. Joined by his dad, Brent, and Maria Beach. And his mom, Sherry and David Jarvis. Number 99, Hunter Markinson. Joined by his mom, Dana, his stepdad, Richie, father, Pete, his grandma, Gina, and Papa Larry, and his girlfriend, Carly.
for our two senior trainer assistants. First, Malin Backus. Joined by her mom, Karen Backus, and her sister, McKenna Backus. Finally, Nicholas Draybeck. His mother, Adrian Draybeck, and his sister, Nicole Draybeck. Ladies and gentlemen, help our hands for our senior minor football and trainer assistants.
Okay, folks, fantastic. That brings back some memories for sure, for all of us, I believe. I know that both Rich and Tim had boys that played in the program as well as I did. And our producer, Evan Maxey, the same thing. He had two that actually came through. And so did you, Tim. You had two that came through the program. So we are about 8 minutes away from kickoff, folks. And we got Rich wired up here. He, as usual, he's going to be out throughout the crowd taking a look at different things that are out there. You never know where Rich will end up. Sometimes in the snack shack, sometimes he's out in the end zone and doing other things. So, again, the league title is on the line this evening, folks, for your Pinnacle Pioneers, taking on the Horizon Huskies. We're 7-3, and Horizon comes into the game 7-2. Yeah. So, Tim, what do you think? Does that bring back some memories from years past? You had two boys come through the program.
Yeah,
Producer Evan did as well. Rich had one, at least one that I know of.
It is. It's a little touching, you know. I mean, even though I don't have the kids, my kids here anymore, but
Yeah.
you know, you feel it. You know, it's pretty cool.
The amount of dedication that these kids do. By the time they're seniors, and they've spent usually 4 years in the program, sometimes 3, just depending on what their schedule was. Just
Right.
a lot of sacrifice. And, you know, you always call out the numbers of the kids that are always on the field, but I'll tell you what, each and every one of those kids, how much they play or not, really is irrelevant. It's the amount of commitment and what they put into this program.
Well, it's not that. I mean, the football team becomes a family. The kids become close. I believe it's a catalyst for things to come in the future. You know,
It does. A lot of life lessons.
You see the boys, you know, become, you know, grow from kids to men.
No,
and,
absolutely.
And this is a big catalyst for that. And you know, the game is a part of that. But you watch your children grow. That's the most amazing part.
Well, and it's going to be a good one. Tim and I were talking offline a little bit. You know, they're always good. Even though Pinnacle's 10-0, they've never lost this game. You know, and there's an old
Right.
defensive coach. I don't know if Coach Lamano, Mike Lamano, if you're out there, Mike, you still listen. Shout out to you. But it was kind of a funny moment. One time, Mike looked at me and shook his head. He goes, "How can you call it a rivalry if they've never beat you, Mike?"
Yeah, nice.
So I thought it was kind of funny.
That's
But-
typical coming from him.
Yeah.
Folks, I just want to, before we get out on the air and all that kind of stuff and things get underway here, I want to talk about our sponsors real quick. The Pinnacle Football and Blue and White Club would like to personally thank all the dedicated sponsors for their generous support in helping all the Pinnacle football student athletes reach their goals on and off the field. Please make sure you stop in and visit all our sponsors during your day-to-day routine and thank them for supporting the program and our kids. Our championship level sponsor this year is Chick-fil-A, providing generous support to the Pinnacle football program throughout the season. There's a new way to produce a crowd. Chick-fil-A in Paradise Valley, located at 12031 North Tatum in Phoenix. Tatum Boulevard and Cactus. Stop by and let them know you're a Pinnacle football fan. They didn't invent the chicken, just a sandwich. Eat more chicken. Visit Chick-fil-A.com. And you know, Rich, want to welcome you. I heard you made it from the parking lot here finally.
I did. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
I'm so out of breath. I had to like stop and count to 10, bend over, put my arms over my head. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I just lost my mic. I can't hear myself, guys.
Okay, there you are. Evan just changed something, so.
All right, now we got it.
Okay, I think that's
a little
better.
bit
Yeah, sometimes the audio gets a little hot at times. It's hard to hear once in a while. But in any event, so 5 minutes until kickoff. So what do we got up for us tonight, Rich? Who are you going to go see? Do we know?
Well, Rich, I
don't, but I will tell you this. I put a lot of cue cards.
All right, we got cue cards tonight, so that's good to hear. So.
Well, I know one thing. We're going to send Rich at halftime to the other side. And we're going to have him interview. I heard from the grapevine that there's a couple of women that wear a couple of Husky hats. And we're going to send Rich down them down.
Now,
how about that as an intro?
We're doing
off to the dark side.
We're doing something a little bit early, different tonight too. I know we've talked about this, guys, and I covered this with them earlier. I'm going to give out my personal cell phone number, which I use for business. Okay, and this is for shout-outs this evening. So, if you're at home, folks, we're going to give you about 20 seconds here to go get a pen and a piece of paper to write this phone number down. If you text us, the phone number, and wherever you're at, we'd love to give you a shout-out to say hello. And I'll start by, I've got one special shout-out to give out, and I'm going all the way to Wisconsin for this. And that is Don Ardall. He's the father of special teams coach Eric Ardall, a guy that I've spent a little time on barbecues with in baseball games in the past. He's a very loyal fan and watches all the time, so shout out to you, Don Ardall, in Wisconsin for watching the program. Here's the number, folks. If you text me at 623-687-6003, that's 623-687-6003. Let me know what your name is, where you're watching from, and who you're a fan of. If you've got a relative that plays for the team or just a fan in general, and we'll give you a shout out. Try to. I'll keep an eye on text throughout the video.
I was going to say maybe Steve's got a way, and I know Steve listens to us, of maybe putting that up on the board or on the video. I'm not sure if
we've talked about it. There's no easy way to really do
that. Okay.
So in any event, 3 minutes 28 seconds left. Again, folks, it's been a record-breaking year for the Pioneers. I know right before the senior announcements, Tim, I went into a little bit of detail, about how many records that we've done. But if you take a look at our offense, a lot of them are on the offensive side of the ball. Spencer Rattler, his numbers on the year, folks. Are you ready for this? Here's where we're at stats, guys, for Spencer. On the year, he has thrown 33 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. He has 2,771 yards through the air. And then on the ground for Spencer, where's he at here? He's got just a ton of rushing here. I want to say it's, there's Spencer, 182 yards on the ground as well. So just a record-breaking year for Spencer.
Absolutely phenomenal. And you know what? He's got one more year to go. He's only a junior, folks, so we're going to see him again. Pinnacle's going to have the privilege of having him in his senior year. He's an Oklahoma commit.
Yep.
So I know they're kind of waiting in the wings, watching what he does down here at the high school level to see how he does, see how he performs, and that's going to be the future of that program.
So here we have Matt Kelly, who was, there's our first shout out. Matt Kelly just on his en route to Ohio moving, had 2 boys come through the program. He was the blue and white president for years. We had him on as a guest, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to you, Matt. He's in St. Louis tonight. He says, go PHS. So for Horizon, what do we have to look out for tonight, Tim? Why are they 7-2? What kind of firepower? Who do we need to stop? Well, the number 3 is Enriquez. Okay, and we're talking about from the quarterback position. He's got 781 yards on the year with 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, so he's a weapon that we're going to have to stop. On the ground, they have a couple of kids that are both pretty good. Number 9 is Griffin. He's got 5. Yeah. Giffen, I'm sorry. Giffen. So he's got 558 yards on the year, and Enriquez himself has 455. So that's where we're going to have to be careful.
So talking about Nash a little bit. Nash is a friend of the family. He's a junior. He's 5'9". I think he's about 175 pounds. Very fast, very athletic. He's got a football type body. They use him on both sides of the field, so he's going to be exciting to watch on the Horizon side. And he's going to be one that the defense is going to have to contend with.
Well, and if you take a look at the firepower, for Horizon, what are they averaging? Passing yards per game. With Horizon, they've been pretty good. I want to say they're averaging about 35.6 points per game. On offense, they're averaging about 141 yards on the ground and 168 through the air. So not quite as heavy. And here come the Horizon Huskies on the other side, folks. And because our schools are in such close proximity, the stands are packed as usual.
Yeah, both sides of the field. This is a big game. It's a rivalry game. I mean, Pinnacle's team tonight is red, white, and blue, and I know the Huskies are green and gold on the other side. And you know what? I'm an alumni of Horizon.
You've said that before.
Yeah, I'm an alumni. First graduating class out in 1982, so that dates me a little bit, folks. But you know, it's hard. My kids go to Pinnacle. I'm a graduate of Horizon, so I look forward to this game all year.
Well, and some of the keys that you need to really look out for tonight, you know, we're on turnover margin, Tim, right now, we're +6 on the year. Horizon is -4, so they're a little bit more prone to turn the ball.
And, you know, we've had, in the last few games, our defense has been very, very good. And that's going to be something to watch. You know, like I said, we have to contain Enriquez and Giffen on the offensive side. And I'm sure the defense on Pinnacle is up to that task because the last few games they've been great.
Oh, yeah. In league play, our defense has played lights out. And you know, if you notice, we had in the middle of the season when we played Centennial and Mountain Point. Well, first of all, those are really good rushing teams. We give up a lot of yards on the ground. We've made a couple of changes. You know, there's some different schemes and personnel things that we're doing, and we've been much better against the run on the year. In fact, if you take a look at league play, Tim, we're only allowing 59 yards a game on the ground in league play. You know, overall in the year, 162. And here come your Pioneers, folks, coming out onto the field. Big rivalry game. As you can see, they're all coming out. They're all jacked up. Every kid on both sides of the ball is jacked up for this game every single year. And there's always been some big games. So going back a little bit to stats and what to look for tonight, you know, we've only, like I said, on defense, we've improved. When you take a look at the passing yards allowed on average, 162 in the air, 53 on the ground, rushing 163, and about 200 actually. So it just kind of depends on we usually in league play, we're up pretty heavy early in the game. In fact, we were up, I think, 42-0 last week, early in the second quarter.
Ooh, I lost my mic completely.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I lost my mic.
Yeah, Evan, we're having some issues here. Tim, try it again. So, Tim, go ahead here.
Yeah, there you go. That's a little bit better. Okay. No, at the start of the second quarter, it was 38-0.
38-0, second quarter.
Yeah, and then we had touchdown and we went right to it.
Right. So, all right, folks, so team captains are getting ready to come out. Again, this is the league title is on the line. So, get our audio set up here, folks.
These two teams are pumped.
Yes.
Tonight, and you can hear it out on the field.
Yeah, they always are. You know, and you can see a lot of seniors this evening coming through the program. And again, it's a testament to all those boys. So you got head coach Dana Zupke. Offensive coordinator is Mike Brown. Oh, we've got we'll get back to the coaches, folks. We're going to have our national anthem. So we'll be back to you here as soon as the anthem is finished.
Awesome job. It's always great when one of the students from the high school does it.
That was incredible, actually. That was just an incredible job on the national anthem. And I don't know where they find all these singers. That one was a student. I'm just blown away by it. You get chills.
Folks, before we get underway, I want to talk about one of our sponsors, our touchdown level sponsor, which is Marley's Desert Ridge. Marley's Desert Ridge, best part of families, friends, and sports fans together, setting up our varsity team meals on game days, a testament to great service, excellent food, and a welcoming atmosphere for our community. The Marley's brand would be much without their loyal guests. This is the place to go after the Friday night varsity games. Come join the fun, catch the highlights on Friday Night Fever with the Pioneer fans. Visit marleys.com for details. I want to try to get all our sponsors in tonight because sometimes during the playoffs, the AIA takes the rights and we are not, we can't broadcast. We still broadcast the game via the site, folks,
right?
Via the AIA link. But this potentially could be our last broadcast for the season, so we have to kind of wait and see
usually
how that
get
plays out.
we always get one playoff game, and then that's it. So this one, and then the first round of the playoffs, and then we'll be signed off for the year. So. Captains for this evening, Tim. Did you catch everything? I know we've got verbalitis.
Hey, let me give you the Verizon.
Okay.
Verizon. 44.
44 is Brett Rudolph.
54.
54 is going to be Taelu Anu.
52.
Oh, I'm sorry, Isaiah Mersalta. And then 52 is Johanna Brownell.
And number 72.
And 72 is Justin Segura.
Okay, wonderful.
And our captains tonight were number 2, Spencer Rattler, number 7, Parker Red, number 28, Dylan Stevenson, and 55, Luke Verbalitis. So the Pioneers are gonna get the ball first tonight. You've got Hugh, number 23, back deep, as well as Dylan Stevenson, number 28.
Well, and it was starting off on offense. That's always dangerous. Just our record-setting offense this year, folks. We've scored more points than we ever have per game this year. Spencer's, Rattler's, the quarterback is just setting all kinds of records. It's really been fun to watch. So expect some fireworks. In league play so far, we're averaging almost, I think, 60-some points a game.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible, and I don't think it's going to be any different tonight.
Now, you know what we haven't done all year, Tim? I don't think we've run one back from the kickoff return team.
No, I don't think so.
That's my knowledge. So maybe that'll happen this evening. And buckle your seatbelts, folks. You're getting ready for a ride. This is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm trying to catch the kicker's number there. It looks like it's number 21. It's going to be the Cole Johnson is the kicker for Horizon.
It seems, folks, we are right underneath the loudspeaker. So if it sounds like we're in a rock concert, believe me, Tim and I hear it even louder than you do.
And over the headsets, we are in the rock concert.
Yeah, I think so. And here we go. It's going to head back. Are we going to have a chance to get this? It's in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. So Pinnacle will start 1st and 10 from their own 20 to start the game. And trust me on this, when we're on offense, you don't want to get up to go grab something from the kitchen. You don't want to go to the restroom. You may miss a touchdown. Because
don't even get up to get a drink of water. Don't blink.
You're right, Rich. Because, by the way, Rich is on the sidelines, and you're going to hear him cut in and out, and he's going to help us out with spot numbers and different things down there this evening. So, and number 2, Spencer Rattler, ranked number 1 in the United States for the 2019 class as a one-pass threat, folks.
In the backfield is number 25.
And he's fun to watch. North-south runner. We're going to have motion to the left, and it's going to be handoff to start the game. It's going to be a good, tough 6 or 7 yards for Jumpton. It's going to create about a 2nd and 4. That was Covington, actually, number 1.
Oh, Covington, number 1. Grant Molesky, number 5 on the tackle.
You know what, Tim? I'm not so sure. That is Jumpton.
That is Jumpton.
Yeah, sorry, I heard the loudspeaker say Covington. So it's going to be a play action. Spencer's going to look. He's got plenty of time to throw. He's going to go up top. He's got an open receiver. And great diving catch at the 30-yard line. Oh. Incomplete, folks. Sorry about that.
Wow, he had that laid out there.
Was that Jepson?
Yep, Jepson, number 22, and he had a step on the receiver, and he had it in his hands. He just could not pull it in.
Spencer has got a gun, folks. That play was about from the 25-yard line. He threw it and went all the way to the 30. So that's about a 50-yard pass that just came from Spencer. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4, double split. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be good for first down yardage all the way up to the 35-yard line. Jumping in again.
So, it's in this game, it's 10 yards at a time. So Pinnacle's kind of running a hurry-up offense here. These guys got the play coming in. Spencer's ready to load up and go. Try to catch that Husky defense off the guard.
We got Parker Red split to the right. He's number 7. Hayden Hatton in the up back position. And Spencer's going to throw again. Goes over to Parker. It's complete at the 43 to the 45. He's still on his feet, and it hasn't gone down yet. All the way up to past the 50-yard line or right at the 50-yard line.
So 2 guys on the tackle there were number 21, Tony Johnson, and then number 2.
I'm saying the play can't first and 10 from midfield.
So that offensive line in the center is Verbalitis. Left tackle is Ben Fox, and we're going to have a quick shot up the middle to Hayden Hatton. That's number 88, who lines up at wideout and fullback. It's good for about 3.
Number 88, Hayden Hatton.
Okay, also on the line, you've got number 70 for the Pioneers, and that's Matt Nicholson. Is your left guard.
For the Huskies.
Spencer under center, I formation.
Huskies load up and go. No.
And it's going to be a quick pop over the middle, and it's complete to, I think that's Shane Sunday, number 81.
It is Shane Sunday.
Okay, so he's down to the 35-yard line. Your right tackle this evening, folks, number 77 is Dylan Milbrown.
So, folks, just like Todd and myself were talking about, look at how fast the Pioneers are already moving down the field.
Doesn't take long. Shotgun for Spencer. He's going to throw this time, all day to throw. It's going to be a long out pattern. And that was for Jepson as well, incomplete.
A little bit on the outside there, but a very, very safe pass by Spencer Rattler, thrown to the sideline.
Okay. And I believe your right guard this evening, is that number 75, Tim Coulter?
It is.
Okay, so Coulter at the right guard position. Number 22, split left, is Jack Jepson. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Spencer drops the ball and just decides to, it looked like he wanted to pitch it back to Juntman.
But he wasn't back there. He was already moving.
So it's going to bring up a loss of 2 and 3rd and 12 for the Pioneers.
But that's all right. Rattler did the right thing and just covered it up. Really not much of a fault there.
So Spencer in the shotgun, double split formation. Coach Brown, the offensive coordinator, we call him Doc Brown, from Back to the Future.
That was a hard count.
It was, and Spencer's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his left, looking downfield. He's going to go across his body. The pass is complete. Not quite first down yardage, about to the 27?
27-yard line.
26. Are they going to give it to him? It's
Nathan
close.
Bucko, number 23 on the tackle.
Boy, this is close. I don't know if they're going to give it to him or if they're... I haven't seen a measurement all year. I'm not sure if they even measure anymore.
Yeah, there it is. First down, baby.
It blows my mind how they never measure anymore, the referees. I'm not sure if they changed the rules or what. But so same formation. We're coming out with a tight end to the left, double split. Spencer, play action, and he's got an open receiver on the flats down to the 20. That's to the 15, makes a move down to the 10-yard line. And that's number
88, Hayden Hatton.
Leading receiver for the Pioneers.
Tackle made by number 9, Nash Giffen, but that's enough for a Pinnacle first down. Again, folks, watch how fast the
it doesn't take long.
Pioneers can do this. You know, I just got a text message, Evan, if you're listening there, that our announcing coming out to the folks is a little low.
Okay, so maybe we can fix this right here, Tim. So it's a run over to the left-hand side. And let's see if that sounds a little bit better, folks. It's a little bit louder now.
Yeah, he says going out, that's loud for me. That's really loud for me. But he says the volume that's going out to the folks on the internet is there.
I think we just hit the right button. Let's see if that's even better. So we're going to have 1st and goal from the 4-yard line for Pinnacle, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Juntman, and he's going to fight for tough yardage down to the 1-yard line.
And, you know, very, very patient run by Al McJuntanen, because you know what? He was following his blockers, stepped to the left a little bit, and then shot through the line.
He does such a great job of that. He really does.
1st and goal, Pioneers.
So here we go. We've got 1st and goal for the Pioneers. And Spencer is going to hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be, I believe, to Juntman. Did he get in? It is. Touchdown, Pioneers. Pinnacle strikes first. 8:24 left in the first quarter. Pioneers are up 6-0. And was that Juntman, Tim?
It was Juntanen, Al McJuntanen. Well, I got the text message, Steve, so I know as you're producing back there in Evan that the sound is much better.
Okay.
Yes, 1-2. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Rich.
In and out, Rich.
I'm going back deep to get it.
So we got Rich. Rich is going to run back and try to catch this kick from Veach. Jake Veach, perfect on the year for PATs, folks, and he's had a record-setting year. That one almost got blocked, but he does hit it through, and it goes deep all the way down to the track into the fence, and that's 7-0 Pinnacle, 8:24 left, first quarter.
Yeah, and they move very, very fast, folks. So like I said, you just hold on to your hats because the offense is very, very fast moving. Fitzmaurice Hands Institute is a new proud sponsor of Pinnacle football for 2017. Come visit the hand experts located at 8841 East Bell Road in Scottsdale. Fitzmaurice also provides hand and wrist urgent care. They are the carpal tunnel specialists using leading-edge treatment and technology. Come experience the comfort and caring and get back to the things you love. Visit fitzhand.com for details.
So just like that, opening drive, 7-0 Pioneers, 8:24 left, first quarter. And that's been typical all year. I mean, I think we've scored probably over 90% of the time. Pioneer fans, down just kind of, they rock out when they do this, folks. They got the white out tonight, so a lot of the Pinnacle fans are in white. The student section is.
Well, they got a red, white, and blue theme going on tonight.
So Jake Veach, your kicker, setting all kinds of records for the Pioneers this year, and he follows a long list of very talented kickers that have come through this school.
And you know, one thing I want to point out, Todd, is the Pinnacle team has been pretty healthy all year.
And he's going to boom that one.
No return.
And another touchback for Jake Veach. That one went out of the end zone, folks. Congratulations, Jake Veach will be playing for the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks in the future. So scholarship for Jake Veach. Congratulations.
Folks, one of our first and 10 sponsors, Arena Sports Grill, is another longtime sponsor of Pinnacle football and offering great food, pizza, in a fun and family-oriented neighborhood environment. The personal pizzas, wings, steak, pasta, salads. Arena offers something for everyone. Food, sports, games, fun. Come enjoy your favorite college or NFL team on one of Arena's 20 HD TVs. While you're there, play a game of pool or darts. Remember, Arena Sports Grill is your local off-track Scottsdale betting bar.
Okay, so the Horizon Huskies come out. Enriquez at quarterback, and it's going to be a handoff over to the right-hand side. Pretty good hole. He's going to get up for a good 9 yards gain. And that was Giffen on the carry for 9 yards for the Horizon Huskies.
Nice run by Giffen. You know, he's got about 9 on that play. So he's a patient runner. He saw the hole, and he shot right through it. So that's somebody that the defense and the linebacker is going to have to really watch and contain. He looks like he's very shifty and fast.
Well, he came in averaging 6.6 yards per carry, so he's a good back. Trips left, Enriquez in the shotgun, spread formation. Pioneers in their traditional 4-3 look. Enriquez is going to go for a quick pass over to the right-hand side. It's complete, and that's good for the first down yardage all the way up to the 38-yard line.
I think that's Stans Dixon, number 4 on the tackle.
Stans Dixon, number 4, is the leading tackler for your Pioneers on the year. He's got 81 tackles on the year, Tim. That's a lot.
Yeah, he's all over the field.
So Horizon comes out. This time it's going to be a twins to the right, split left, shotgun formation. Tight end over to the right-hand side. So strong right for sure. Enriquez taking a look at the formation. And he's going to keep it himself and try to run up the middle. Not a lot of room. Good for maybe 2 yards.
It looks like that's number 72, Ashenbrand, on the tackle.
That defensive line, number 72, Ashenbrand. Your left end, number 9 is Ken Smurs. You see number 7, Ashenbrand checking out. Big Sam Akwabu coming in. He's 52. The right-hand side, the defensive end, number 99 is Hunter Markison. And that is number 71 for the Pioneers. That's your big tackle. Had a monster game last week. And that is, let's see here, Lucas Jarvis. So that's your D-line. Enriquez, 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line. Going to go motion to the right. And he's going to run the option, pitches it over to the outside. He's got a little bit of room up past the 40 to the 45, the 50, midfield, all the way down to the 46-yard line. That's going to be another first down for Horizon.
That's a nice run by Giffen there. He gets about 12 on that run, and that's going to be enough for a Horizon first down, and they get that ball into Pinnacle territory.
Your starting linebackers, number 42 in the middle, or the Mike backer, is Hogan Hatton. Okay, on the right-hand side, number 4 is Stans Dixon. He is your leading tackler, and I'm trying to catch the left side linebacker, Tim. I believe that is Maya. Is that correct?
Alonzo Maya.
Your corners, number 23 is Quentin Powell. We call him Q. Number on the right side is number 28, Dylan Stevenson. Safeties, number 18 is Tucker Parrish, and number 5 is Bennett Levy. So Enriquez in shotgun, twins to his left. He's going to go for another quick screen pass, and it's complete up to the 45, up to the 40, down to the 35, and Horizon with another first down, down to the 32-yard line. They're showing some life on offense.
They're throwing that screen pass out there, and they're taking. At that time, they took Stevenson out of the play there, and then Levy had to come over and help and make the tackle out of bounds, number 5.
Well, we knew there'd be fireworks tonight, and they're starting quickly. Pinnacle scored very easily, and Horizon's moving the ball at will. So 1st and 10 for the Huskies from the 33-yard line.
So, again, Todd, this is a game that they are just flat out amped up for, all the kids.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, this is the one they circle on your calendar every year. It's the rivalry game. Enriquez in the shotgun. It's going to be a bunch trips formation, designed run up the middle, and not a lot of room, maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Looks like Thans Dixon, number 4, on the tackle there. It is.
Thans is always around the ball, folks. That's why he's the leading tackler. Great athlete. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8, this time from the 31 for Horizon. And they're going to come out again with the spread shotgun formation, kind of a double wing look with split receivers, both sides. Enriquez getting a play change. So audible coming from the sideline for Horizon. Tailback's going to shift behind Enriquez. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and good play to blow that up in the backfield. Who was that? That was Hogan Hatton, your middle linebacker, number 42.
You know, he's funny. We were talking to him last Wednesday night at the freshman game. I said, you watch a quarterback or the linebacker, you know, when the play's getting ready to go? He goes, no, the center.
Yeah.
He watches the center to see if they're going to pull to the left or pull to the right.
Yep.
If the guard's going to pull one way or the other.
Hogan's a great linebacker. There's no doubt in my mind.
That tells everything. He says that's his way of getting in there.
Watch number 42, folks. That kid could play at the next level very easily. He's a good linebacker. So we're going to have a big 3rd and 5 from the 29-yard line. Split receivers to the left. They're going to motion over to the right. And Enriquez with the option again. This time he's going to keep it up, and Pinnacle does a nice job of blowing that up.
Alonzo Maya, number 31, in on that, and Hogan Hatton, number 42. Both linebackers read that beautifully.
They really did, and the safeties and the corners came up great on run support. That's a 3-yard loss, and now it's going to create a 4th and 8 for Horizon from the 31-yard line. 4 minutes and 9 seconds and counting left in the first quarter, folks.
And now they're coming out with
they're going to kick a field goal?
Kicking team. Yeah, they're going to try for a field goal. And it was funny because Enriquez had the option to pitch that off the Giffen, and he decided to tuck it and keep it. So this is a long field goal.
This is a 53-yarder. I mean, this is no gimme by any stretch. And his long on the year is 45, and it's not
going to get there.
Nope, not going to get there. So that would have been good for 45, but 53, not quite enough leg, and that's going to be a turnover on downs with that missed field goal, and the Pioneer offense is going to head back out to the field with a 1st and 10 from, I believe, where they're going to spot that at. It should be the 33, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah,
and that was Cole Johnson as their kicker. So that tells you right there his leg is about 40, maybe 45 yards tops.
And that's the longest he's had on the year, was a 45-yarder.
45-yarder.
Yep, so that makes sense.
So the Huskies come up empty here, and then here comes this high-powered offense for Pinnacle with Spencer Rattler, number 2, at the helm. 3:41 left in the first quarter. Pioneers on top, 7-0.
They've set records this year, folks, for total points with 77 and total yardage with over 700 in a game. Yes, they can score. So trips right. Pinnacle, Spencer's got some time. He's going to dump it off. Good pass
Covington.
Complete up to Covington, up to the 30-yard line. And that's what you're going to see. You have Covington, number 1, at running back. You have Junton in number 25. Covington is a slasher. Yep. He's a stop-and-go, jump cut type of kid that's really quick, and Junton's a north-south guy. It's a great 1-2 combination.
It is.
So trips right. Twins left. Spread look for Spencer. They're going to motion Quentin Powell, number 23. Spencer's going to roll to his left, and he's going to look for, it's complete to Covington out of the backfield, and first down yardage all the way up to the 43.
And here goes Pinnacle again, moving the ball very, very quickly.
Tim, I really believe this, and I've got stats to prove it. I think not only is this one of the top 2 offenses in the state, I think it's one of the top 20 in the country. I mean, Pinnacle's offense is just sick. Trips to the right, Twins left. Spencer got plenty of time. Great blocking up front. He can run, too, but he's going to dump it off. It's complete to Covington again, up to the 50.
And he falls down there. That's he had at least another 10 or 15 yards ahead of him. So Covington's going to be down right short of the 50-yard line. I think is where they're going to mark it.
The turf monster came up big, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game, and it looks like it's going to go against the Pioneers. I didn't see the call, Tim. Was it a holding call?
Let's see. It's coming here, so...
pass interference on the offense. Number 19, 15-yard.
Huh.
19, we don't have a 19.
Who's number? It was Piper. I suited it up out there. I'm
Yeah.
number 19.
All right,
Rich,
Piper.
was that you? I think it was Zach Hall, number 15. They're
I
calling
think
that
it
on.
was 15.
Dude, you keep that up, you're going to be in the principal's office again. Now you're wearing the jerseys. I don't like it, Rich. Not one bit.
Our roving reporter, Rich, you never know. He may even go to the opposing field tonight and interview some people. Who knows? So, trips right, twins left. Now we've got 1st and 25. Spencer in the gun. He's going to step up. This time he's going to unload the cannon, and it's all the way down the field. Caught at the 28-yard line.
Wow,
What a catch!
Bennett Levy.
And Bennett Levy on offense for one of the first times on the year. And
So
he played a
was
lot
10,
last year.
20, 30, 40. That was a 50-yard pass.
What a throw by Spencer, and what a great catch by Bennett Levy. That's number 5, folks.
In traffic, that was a very, very tight window and a phenomenal pass by Spencer Rattler.
Shows off his arm, doesn't it?
It
Holy
does.
cow. And they're going to blow that play dead. Was that Bennett's first catch on the year, guys?
Hey, that penalty is offsides, encroachment on Horizon.
Okay.
So that was the second catch on the year for Bennett Levy.
Encroachment, defense, 14, first down.
That's the crazy thing. So Bennett's your starting safety. Dylan Stevenson, number 28, your starting corner. And Quentin Powell, number 23, is a starting corner. All three can play offense and play it well if they want them to.
That tells you right there that they're shoveling players in all over the place, giving Pinnacle a different look every game or every play.
1st and 5. Spencer is going to go quick, complete over to Covington, out to the 15. Jump cut again. There he shows his moves all the way down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Pioneers. Wow, just like that.
Yep. Make fast work of it, folks. It's incredible.
2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Wow, it's like a track meet. Trips right, twins left. Spencer coming out in the gun again. 1st and goal.
I think.
And do we have a timeout? Or
I think so. Very possible.
No, we have some substitutions going on. It looks like maybe an injured player.
Possibly.
Yeah. You got Hogan, or you got Dylan Stevenson now in an offense, number 28. You got Eric Cole, number 80, and number 23, Quentin Powell, split to the right. Over to the left is number 1, Covington.
That offside penalty is caused by the fast pace that this offense moves. You know, they come in out with no huddle. Their plays are already loaded and ready to go. And the defense isn't really set, and that causes them to jump.
Well, yeah, you can't shift, basically.
Nope.
So 1st and goal, Pioneers. Spencer in the gun. Horizon in a 3-man front. Looks like they're going to blitz some linebackers. They do. Spencer rolling to his right and almost intercepted. Good break on the ball by number 22 for Horizon, and dodged the bullet there.
Number 22 is Jacob Bickers.
So that'll create a 2nd and goal for Pinnacle.
Pass intended for number 80, Eric
So, yeah, it's interesting to see both Bennett and Dylan in on offense.
Yeah.
Really, for a good part of the year, they haven't played a lot of offense.
No, not at all. Usually got the Hatton boys in there most of the time.
So, again, trips right, twins left. This time we're going to motion Quentin Powell into the backfield. Spencer is going to roll to his right, unloads, and it's incomplete. Was trying for Hayden Hatton, number 88.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down. So some of the momentum shifted back here a little bit. You know, they've kind of slowed it down here a little bit. So Spencer's going to wait for the play to come in before the Pioneers set up.
I think that intended was number 80, not 88.
Oh, number 80.
Thank you, Rich. That was Eric Cole. Yeah, my fault. So they're going really more of a speed package. If you take a look at the kids that are out there, they're all very fast 40-time kids. So Spencer in the gun. He's going to roll to his right. Good blocking. Unloads for the end zone and miscommunication, incomplete. That'll create a 4th down. 4th and goal from the 7, and you may see Jacob Veach come out for a field goal.
He is. So a little bit miscommunication on that. Somebody was out. Spencer was actually thrown to a particular spot, and that receiver just wasn't there.
So a minute 44 left in the first quarter. Trying to tack on to our 7-0 lead. Create a 10-0. Veach on the year has just been deadly. This is going to be a 22-yarder, so not a real long field goal.
All right, guys, I'm back deep. Here I go.
Can you catch that one, Rich? Because it looks right through the middle. It's good. And, hey, Rich caught it.
Yeah, Rich got it. I like it.
On your camera, folks, that's our roving reporter, Rich. And he almost, you know what? He almost had a complete pass back to the ref. Last week he overthrew the ref. This time I think he might have been able to get that there.
You know what? I still got it. I'm definitely suiting up now.
Good catch, Rich.
Nice one, Rich. So Pinnacle jumps on top, 10-0 with 1:40 left in the first quarter here. NGL Global Logistics has over 45 years of experience providing customers with an emergency shipping 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That's right, they never close. If you miss UPS or FedEx cutoff times and need immediate warehousing support, contact NGL at 1-800-938-1809. A First and 10 sponsor of Pinnacle Football.
One of the records that have been set this year, guys, is for number of kickoffs. That's no surprise, considering
all the points that they put up.
all the points that we put in. So and also touchbacks, the most amount of touchbacks in the history of the school accomplished by Mr. Veach this year. There's literally, I think, over 20 records that have been broken this year, which is really pretty phenomenal. So Veach, again, when he wants to dial it up and go deep, he can do it.
So it looks like Giffen, number 9, is the deep man.
And he's the only one deep man, so they got the line stacked up front. And he's going to get his leg into this. There's no chance of that coming back out. And again, another touchback.
That's not Giffen. That's number 38 that's back there. Apologize for that, folks. That is Cameron Katz, number 38. So the Huskies are going to start out First and 10 on their own 20 with 1:40 left in the first quarter here. And Pinnacle on top, 10-0. You get Steve to change the scoreboard there.
So, yeah, that was touchback number 34 on the year for Mr. Veach.
Incredible.
So, and so Horizon's going to come out. Enriquez at quarterback. That's number 3. Double split, double wing look with one back in the shotgun. Pinnacle in the 4-3, playing base basically. And Enriquez is going to run it up the middle, and he's going to have a little bit of room, maybe 3-4 yards.
Let's see who made the tackle there. I think it was Tucker Parrish, number 18, maybe in on the tackle there. And Ashenbrand as well. Ashenbrand is number 72.
Tucker's been in on a lot of tackles this year as well. And he was the second leading tackler, I believe. So Horizon coming back out to the line. And, yeah, Tucker, 58 tackles on the year heading into tonight. That is good for the second highest total on the team. We're going to have motion over to more of a trips look to the left. And, again, Enriquez tries to dial it himself. He finds a little bit of a hole, and he's going to get up for first down yardage to the 33-yard line, I believe.
Tucker Parrish, number 18 on that tackle, as well as Stans Dixon, number 4.
Big news here, folks, is that Horizon is moving down to 5A next year from 6A. Yeah. So they're not going to be in Pinnacle's division any longer, which would end this rivalry in terms of league play. So we'll have to see if we still get them on the schedule in one of the first 5 games moving forward.
Well, yeah, and next year the schedule is going to totally change because they flip-flop it from year to year, and this is the last year of the 2-part schedule, so next year will completely change.
Yeah, you play the same team home and away 2 years in a row. So Twins to the left, Stevenson 28 and bump and run, and Enriquez is going to run again. And pretty good job on the outside from Tucker Parrish to stay with that. And nice job by Tucker to fight off the block and come up and make that play. But still, it's good for about 5.
He had his hand on him, and then Stans Dixon, number 4, came in and finished it off.
So Horizon's strategy, from what I'm seeing here, is to just bunch it up and let their quarterback run and try to get some yards on the ground.
Well, it looks like they got a read option going, too, because, Giffen, number 9, always kind of slays back there, too. And if Enriquez gets in trouble there, he can always pitch it off to Giffen, number 9.
So it's going to create a 2nd and 4.
$18 seconds left in the first quarter here, folks.
Twins to the left, Enriquez in the shotgun. Going to have a tight end to the right and a wing back to the right. Look out for the run over to that side. And it's going to be actually a handoff over to the left, and pretty good job. Stevenson came up, and boy, Stans Dixon had a shot at him in the backfield and couldn't take him, but a good job by the rest of the Pioneers to come in and clean that up.
Right, Hogan Hatton in there, Hogan Hatton number 42, Ashenbrand number 72. Both in there kind of to clean that up. Really no gain on that play. Giffen almost broke that one through.
Number 81, Shane Sunday, has checked in at the defensive end position. He's only a sophomore, folks, very talented. And this brings up a pretty important 3rd and 2 But they're going to let the quarter end. And after the first quarter, folks, Pinnacle 10, Horizon 0.
Folks, one of our team captain sponsors this year is Optimal Health. 3 keys: your health, coach, your healthy eating, and your habits of health. Just takes 5 minutes to take a well-being evaluation to see how you're doing in the 3 key areas to help you create a life that matters. Get started today. Go to iChooseOptimalHealth.com for details. Also, Jimmy John's Gourmet Sandwiches, a proud sponsor of Pinnacle Football. Jimmy John's, where the fresh meets the fast.
All right, well, we haven't put up quite as many points as we have in league play with the others, Tim. They've slowed us down better than anybody else.
A little bit. Well, you know, Horizon's moving the ball. The thing is that they're getting some first downs, and that's keeping our offense off the field.
You know what? Good point.
So there you go. I mean, if Rattler's off the field, we can't put the points up unless the defense comes up with some, and they have. I mean, Tucker Parrish has had some picks this year as well.
Yeah, 4
in the back.
Actually.
In the back, you know. So, but you know, it looks like Horizon's not putting the ball in the air too much. It looks like they're kind of going more of a ground game tonight.
Well, and the interesting thing about that is, you know, on the year we had given up an average of 162 yards rushing per game. League play, we've only given up 54. So they're having a lot more success on the ground in league play than we've had the entire year. So Horizon's going to have a very important 3rd and 2 from the 42-yard line, from their own 42. Not much of a win tonight, folks. It's a beautiful night. Great night for football. So Enriquez in the shotgun. Going to have motion over to the left, and it's going to be a quick handoff over to the right-hand side. It is going to be first down yardage all the way up to the 47, call it. Yeah, about the 47. Vance Dixon in on the stop.
And Parrish, number 18.
See Big Sam checking out and Markison. So they're going to shuffle kids in and out on that defensive line to keep them fresh tonight. Jarvis and Ashenbrand in at the tackle positions. And you got Shane Sunday and Smurs in at at defensive end. Horizon's going to come out this time with the trips to the right. A little more wide open look.
Well, I've seen 3 fresh receivers come in, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try to air this one out.
Well, we're playing pretty tight on coverage. You've got number 28, Dylan Stevenson, only 2 yards off the ball, so he's kind of playing bump and run. Now he's going to back up a little bit. Number 18, your safety, Tucker Parrish, is within 5 yards as well, so we're playing pretty aggressive. And there's going to be a penalty.
Right, delay a game.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Horizon was trying to call in an audible there. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication. They obviously saw something on the Pioneer defense that they didn't like. They were trying to change it up, but it doesn't look like they could get that play in.
Well, from what I can tell, and I'm not 100% on this, but, you know, Horizon's been trying to gash them with short throws and runs. So what do? You start taking your safeties and you put them up in the box. You play them within 5 yards as opposed to being 7 to 10 yards off the ball. So it's a little bit more of an aggressive look on defense to try to shut down that run. So it's going to be 1st and 15, trips to your right. Enriquez in the gun. Same look, Tucker Parrish, 18, within 5 yards of the ball. And they're going to hand it off, and he's going to be right there for run support. Doesn't quite get him to, yeah, he does, actually. So
yeah, Parrish got him. Parrish had number 18 on the tackle, Giffen number 9 on the run.
That's exactly what that does for you. When you have Tucker within 5 yards of the ball, if they're going to run it, he's going to be up there to shut that down quickly. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 14. It's fun to watch that chess match, isn't it?
It is.
If they're going to do that, then, of course, defensive coordinator Andrew Hurley is going to make his adjustments and say, well, we're going to make you throw now.
And, you know, Horizon, like I said, they've kept it on the ground most of this first quarter, and even starting the second. So interesting to see if they put one up in the air here soon.
Going to motion over to the left-hand side, so tight end to the right, shotgun formation. Going to be a handoff right up the gut, and not a lot of room there. Good job plugging that hole in the middle, and the ball might have come out.
I don't think so.
No, just good, tough defense.
Giffen number 9 on the run. And Vance Dixon, it looks like number 4 at the bottom of that pile there for the Pioneers.
It looked like Hogan might have been in there as well. And give credit, that right tackle, that's number 72, Ashenbrand, and number 71 is Jarvis. There was just nothing there in the interior of that line.
Big 3rd down here for the Huskies here, and Pinnacle has really done a great job in trying to slow that offense down a little bit. So this is going to be a 3rd and long coming up, 3rd and 12.
Yep, 3rd and 12, and this time we're going to back off a little bit on the tight coverage, you know, give them the underneath stuff. So it's going to be trips over to the right. But ball on the right-hand side, and they're going to look over to the right-hand side. He's got quite a bit of time. Now here comes the pressure,
Nope.
and Aschenbrand's going to get him for a sack, and that's going to bring up a 4th and long. Luke Aschenbrand.
Yeah, nice play by Aschenbrand. He read that beautifully. Enriquez, number 3, had nowhere to go. I mean, Enriquez was looking downfield. He had three receivers downfield on his right there, but the coverage was tight, and with the speed of that Pinnacle defensive line getting in there, he had
They're
no
going
chance.
for a field goal to 75 yards.
Nice. Get in the end zone, Rich. Catch this one.
That was the 3rd sack of the year for number 72, Aschenbrand. Great job to get that pressure. So, and tonight again, we're going to go back to just one punt returner. We've had 2 throughout much of the year in terms of the look, and I think it depends on what they try to do on offense. So I know there's a bobbled snap, and we don't quite get to it. The kick is off, and
there's not going to be any return on that.
Yeah,
play,
very wisely, the Pioneers run away from it. It looked like we might be able to get in there and get some pressure, or maybe even create a blocked punt. But good job by the kicker to get that off.
And Stevenson was the lone deep man there. So, folks, our Big Blue sponsor, Angel Dentistry, is a proud longtime sponsor of Pinnacle football. Angel Dentistry provides quality dentistry and a soothing atmosphere for the whole family. Angel Dentistry offers a discount for all Pinnacle high school football fans. A Big Blue sponsor of Pinnacle football.
So here comes number 2, Spencer Rattler, and the record-setting offense for your Pinnacle Pioneers. An extremely solid offensive line.
So here you go. Here's a different look. You got a punch. Yeah.
We're going back to stealth. This is called the stealth offense, folks.
This totally confuses such a fast.
It's very fast-paced.
And it's out to Covington, it looks like.
Yeah. So here's what you have. You have the center, and really it's the 2 tackles that are on the 3-man line, and then you split your guards, the linemen, all the way out to create trip receivers to the left and quad receivers to the right.
And the defense just doesn't know. But the whole key is Rattler's got to get rid of this ball very, very fast.
And Spencer's going to run it and just get back to the line of scrimmage. It's I don't know if you want to call it a gimmicky offense.
It is.
But it's different. I mean, you're looking for advantages, basically.
Right, and Rattler, like I said, Rattler's got to unload it fast. That was a low snap on that last play where he just kind of scooped it up and ran it up for a few.
So you have 3-on-3 on the line, the interior, so that it puts a lot of pressure on the 2 guards there to make sure that they can tackle. And you've got Spencer this time is going to throw it, and it's going to be another pass behind. And Spencer's going to, oh my goodness, he's going to unload it deep, and he's actually got a receiver. It's kind of a jump ball, and it's incomplete. That was so interesting because they threw it behind the line and then threw it behind the line again off the ground and tried to go deep. That's sandlot football.
So that was Jepson back deep, as well as I believe that's number 15, Zach Culver, the 2 deep men.
Correct.
So we do have a penalty. Let's hold off to see what we're going to look at here, and it's going to go against Pinnacle. I'm not sure what the call is. Now, if the Huskies take this, it's going to, I believe it'll stay 3rd down. I'm not sure I'd do that.
They are going to take it.
Wow. Okay. How big is this penalty? I didn't see the call, guys. Rich, did you see what that call was by chance?
Here it comes.
Illegal forward pass.
Oh, wow. All right, so
4th down. You got Rattler back in here to punt. So this is here you go, folks. This is going to be interesting.
Well,
Spencer is so good that he throws twice on one play.
It's 4th and 25, though. Are you really going to punt? Spencer, number 2, is leading the state in punting average.
Well,
Horizon doesn't have anybody deep.
No, and they've seen this before. So obviously they've watched film and they see what he can do.
Yeah, so they're not even going to put a returner back there. They're just going to let Spencer go ahead and boot it, and he does, and let's hope we get a Pinnacle bounce. It's going to kind of stop, 40-yard line, 41, so it's picked up by Q. Yeah, not a ton of yards on that one. So Horizon will take over on offense with 7:38 left in the first half. Pinnacle up 10-0.
Folks, Hayes Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It pays to call Hayes, the last HVAC company in Phoenix you'll ever need. The most dependable provider of driven air conditioning service, repair, and maintenance in the Greater Valley. Visit HayesCoolingAndHeating.com for details. A Big Blue sponsor of Pinnacle football.
So Horizon 1st and 10 from the 40. Pioneers have the same look.
7:38 left in the first half. Pinnacle on top, 10-0.
Okay, so Enriquez in the shotgun, trips to the left. Pinnacle looks like they might send somebody. They do not. Enriquez is going to keep it, and there's not going to be a lot of room, maybe 2 yards.
Ashton Brad, number 72 on that tackle, as well as Dixon, number 4.
So they're not trying to test us deep. It's really just quick shots on throws, and they're in kind of a bunch formation, some option runs here and there, and the quarterback trying to pick up a lot on the ground. And they're not in a hurry either.
No.
So they're utilizing the clock.
Well, I think they see that. If they're on, they keep the Pioneer offense off the field.
Yeah, they can't score if they're not on the field.
Right, but they got to get first downs to make that work.
Double twins, or I'm sorry, it's a double split formation with 2 wings motion. And he's going to keep it Enriquez is, and there's not going to be a lot of room. Good job by Hogan Hatton to come in and close that up.
Yeah, but again, Ashenbrand, 72, also in on that tackle.
You know, Ashenbrand played a lot more offense to start the year, and they've switched him over at the D tackle, and he's done a great job. Played a lot of D tackle last year also.
So here comes a 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Huskies.
Big play for your Pioneers here. Offense would love to get that back and go in up at least 17-0. Enriquez going back into the shotgun. Trips to the left. And they're going to audible, change the play. You see all the kids looking down at their wristband. Dylan Stevenson in bump and run coverage over on the left-hand side. And Enriquez is going to roll to his left. He's under pressure, unloads, and it looks like it's going to be intercepted by the Pioneers. That's Quentin Powell.
They're calling it incomplete.
Oh. Boy, that was close. I thought Q had that.
Low pass. Enriquez was under serious pressure. Vance Dixon getting in there.
Good job by that D-line to get pressure, and great job on the others. Look at this replay, folks. So you got the trips to the left, and here comes Enriquez. Let's see if that ball bounced or if Q actually had that.
Can't see.
Yeah, inconclusive. But in any event, we do force the 4th down. So
3 and out for the Huskies. Stevenson, 28, back deep. Lone return man.
Dylan's got good speed. That's number 28, and he's going to have a chance to return this one. No, he's going to fair catch it. So 26-yard line. The returners were down there. The punt team got down there pretty quick, so good choice by Dylan.
We got a flag on the play here.
And it's going to be against Horizon, so we may want to re-kick this. I don't know. Let's see what the coaching staff decides.
So what is that when the ref makes the call? He takes his 2 hands and he cuts right below his knee?
Clipping.
That's the call.
Yeah, clipping, which basically the definition of clipping is to
go after,
going after their knees. It's below the waist. You're not allowed to block them below the waist unless you start above the waist.
So they're gonna mark that. Oh, they're gonna repeat it. So they're gonna kick it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's let Stevenson give it a shot at running it back.
Yeah, because he's capable for sure. And are they going to put Q back? Which sometimes you'll see number 23 and 28. That's Stevenson and Q back. But this time Q is going to come up and he's going to guard their wideout to make sure they don't try a fake. And they're moving him back quite a bit. But yeah, clipping, if you hit it at the waist and above and then go below, that's fine. Yeah. But you can't dive at their legs. And it's a good rule. You don't want kids to get their legs blown out from blocks like that.
So smart penalty taken by Pinnacle to accept this penalty. So that should give them great field position. Pinning this play.
Stevenson back around his own 45 to receive this. Pioneers are coming after this. Here comes the punt block. He might get it. Oh, he got a hold of the punter. Dylan's going to get it, but it's not going to matter because we got a roughing the kicker penalty, or running into the kicker. There's a difference, running into the kicker or roughing the kicker.
So Bogle number 8 was the one that got through, and he was the one that made contact with the kicker. So that's going to get re-kicked again.
No, Horizon's going to keep the ball, and that's the difference. Running into the kicker is not an automatic first down. Roughing the kicker
is an automatic first down.
And I don't think he did it on purpose.
Well, he gets just a little bit over anxious there. So the Huskies' offense is going to come back out.
Yeah.
Pinnacle defense. So.
Well, that's
football.
Yep, that's unfortunate. But so your Pinnacle D back out on the field. 5:49 left in the first half. Pinnacle up 10-0. Been the closest one we've had in quite some time.
The ball at the Horizon 35-yard line.
All the games this year, we've had our blowouts.
Yeah.
But this is the first league play game that going into halftime was even somewhat close. So Horizon's going to come out. They've got twins to the left. They've got a double tight end look. Well, actually, no, tight end to the right and a slot to the right. Excuse me. Motion over to the left-hand side. Enriquez is going to hand it off over to the left-hand side. He caught the edge. He's got a little bit of room. He's up to the 50. He might be gone. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. And
That's
great
Giffen.
job to catch him at the 4-yard line.
Great run by Nash Giffen, number 9. Dylan Stevenson, number 28 on the tackle.
Boy, Dylan showed off his speed there to be able to prevent that touchdown. You're right, Giffen's got some wheels.
All the way down inside the 10.
And all of a sudden, momentum has shifted a little here, folks.
Saved the touchdown.
Off the penalty, Horizon keeps the ball. The very first play, they rumble about 60 down the field. And they've got a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
So that's just patience by the Huskies, kind of staying with that ground game. They obviously know something that works. A great run by Nash Giffen, number 9.
Well, they had good blocking on the left-hand side.
That created that.
Yeah, because he was able to get to that second level where the linebackers were, and he turned on the jets. He's got some speed. So shotgun for Enriquez, twins to the left, slot to the right. Enriquez is going to roll to his right. He's under pressure, escapes, throws the ball up, and boy, his receiver had a step, and he overthrew him. Good job by that D-line to get pressure.
And Marcuson, number 99, was all over Enriquez, and it looks like Enriquez is a little bit shaken up even on that play.
Well,
they got his bell rung a little bit.
Yeah, it was a nice job by the D-line to head in there. So look at this replay, folks. You've got, watch the pressure come from the defensive line for Pinnacle, including Marcuson, 99. So he rolls out, and look at that pressure right there. Forces him to get rid of the ball, and he took a hit, a big hit, right as he delivered it.
So 2nd and goal on the 5.
Good. Motion heading back in. Double wing look. Look for the quarterback to maybe run here. And he does. He goes right up the middle. He's going to score. So all of a sudden, Pinnacle 10, Horizon 6. Yeah.
Got a ball game.
Well, you know what? We're getting ready for playoff time. To have something like this happen and keep it a little bit closer is not the worst thing in the world.
Nope.
To see how the kids respond.
So there was that 4th down, and they were punting, roughing the kicker, automatic first down, and now they just put on 6.
Yep.
Cole Johnson, number 21, for the extra point attempt.
They've got the swinging gate look here with everybody lined up over to the right-hand side just to see how they defend it. Now they're going to come back in and more traditional PAT look. Snaps down, kicks up.
And it's good.
And it's good.
We're at 4:59 left in the first half. Pioneers on top, 10-7. So guess what? We got a ball game.
We do.
So iBoutique, celebrate your individuality with fashion-forward looks from iBoutique. Whether it's the latest trends in clothing, handbags, footwear, or accessories, iBoutique has you covered. Located on Market Street at DC Ranch. Also, Barbershop Jack's. You'll find an atmosphere of old-school sophistication with modern amenities. We cater to the gentleman on the go. So stop in on your lunch break and get an old-fashioned straight razor shave or a top-of-the-line haircut. Or just stop in for a shoe shine, located at 5450 East High Street in City North, next to Desert Ridge, your neighborhood barbershop, and a proud sponsor of Pinnacle Football.
That coach's Verbalitis, the special teams coaches Verbalitis and Arnall out talking to the kids. This would be a good time for a return. Switch momentum up, get a big play.
So you got Quentin Powell, 23, and Stevenson, 28, two deep men.
So we haven't had any turnovers in the first half, but that penalty cost us for sure. You know, and it keeps Horizon very close. Had some really good games throughout the years with the Horizon Huskies, no question. You traditionally don't see a lot of very one-sided blowouts. They're usually a little bit tighter games. Last year's was extremely good. So here comes the kick. It's a low one. We're going to have a shot if he can field it. No, bounces into the end zone.
That's going to be a touchback. Pioneers will start off 1st and 10 on their own 20 with 4:59, just under 5 minutes to go in the first half here.
So Spencer Rattler, number 2, and that Pioneer offense is going to come out and try to answer quickly, shift momentum back to Pinnacle. Be curious to see if we come out of the more traditional offense or if we're going to stay with stealth or, you know, what they plan to do. It looks like it's going to be more traditional. You got number 7, Parker Red split to the right. Number 22, Jack Jepson over to the left. Juntanen back in at running back. That's number 25. Spencer's going to hand the ball right up the gut to Juntanen, and we're going to play a little power ball, it looks like. Smash mouth, and that's good for about 6 or 7.
So clock moving at 4:50 and moving.
Hey, Coach and Tim, I got a quick shout out. We've got some parents of alumni that are watching. Tim and Kathy Priester up in Prescott.
Wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. Run up the middle, and good job by Juntner to keep those legs moving, and that's going to be first down yardage.
We got a flag in the backfield there. Spencer Rattler's indicating that it's on the Huskies.
So I don't know if it's, is it offsides or?
I don't know. Illegal block possibly. Yep.
Huh.
Number 2, first down.
So that's an interesting call when you have a block below the waist on the defense. They're trying to stop the offensive lineman from getting to the second level.
Chris Grillo was the offender on that one, number 2 for Horizon.
So that'll give Pinnacle a first down at the 48-yard line, first and 10. 4:25 and counting left in the first half. Spencer, this time he's going to throw, plenty of time. Good throw over to his right, complete to Parker Red, all the way down to the 43.
Rattler's pass complete to
And
Parker Red.
they threw Parker all the way into the bench on the Horizon side.
I don't
Did
think
you see
that was. There was no flag there. I mean, he was sliding when he was going across there.
Parker's going,
where's the flag?
Yeah, hey, I got thrown into their bench, coach. Come on. So,
yeah, meanwhile, Parker will take on like 6 of them.
yeah, he would too. So you got Parker off to the right. Now we've got Quentin Powell to the left. He's the speedster, 23. Look out for him. And we're going to go under center. Play action. Spencer was under pressure, escapes it, dials it up downfield, and
Parker Red, number 7, the intended receiver.
Yeah, incomplete. It looked like he might have gotten there a step early, but
Rattler was under a little bit of pressure there.
Yeah,
Cole Johnson, 21 on the coverage.
They sent a blitz, and nice job by Spencer to escape the pressure. So we're now at a 3rd and 3 from the 45. 4 minutes.
Got to get that first down here. That's important.
Yeah, they do. Spencer under center. And another fake handoff. This time Spencer might just run. No, he's going to just lob it up and complete to Hayden Hatton, first of the night. Hatton up to the 30, up to the 27. Actually, second catch of the night, I think, for Hayden.
We're going to mark him out at the 30 there. So that's enough for a Pinnacle first down, and that's all that matters here. That keeps the momentum going, and that keeps the clock on our side here.
It does, yeah. We've got 4 minutes left, and the clock is stopped for the Pioneers. Same formation. We're going to have Shane Sunday, the tight end, over to the left. Hayden Hatton in the up back position. Juntman in the running back. Spencer is going to step up, and he's got Parker, and it's complete all the way down to the, we'll call it the 12-yard line. Good throw by Rattler. That was shows off his arm strength, about a 17 to 20-yard out pattern, and it gets there in a hurry.
And Johnson, number 21 on the coverage there, lost his footing there. If he was able to get one hand on Red there, if not, he was gone for 6.
So the Pinnacle offense marching right down the field. The only time they have it is when they ran that stealth formation.
Right.
So Spencer in the gun, and they're going to blow this dead.
False start.
Yeah,
That's going to be against the
Pinnacle.
Pioneers. That'll back them up 5.
Boy, it didn't take long, did it, Tim?
No.
So I see Rich. He's down there behind. Rich is getting ready for the for the touchdown. He wants to get his second catch of the night.
Yep, I'm 0-2 in my Pinnacle. Excuse me, 1 for 3 in my Pinnacle career.
You're going to try to get back to 500, are you? So 1st and 15. Spencer in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Juntman, and lost the ball.
Ball looks like it's loose.
That was a fumble. Oh boy.
I think Pinnacle still got
No,
it.
they're saying that was down.
Yeah, they called him down. Dodged a bullet there, folks. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. And Horizon read that. They had 2 or 3 linebackers right there to meet Juntman on the line. So Spencer going back to shotgun now. Tight end to the left. And he's going to look to his left. Quick in pattern. It's complete. Jepson down to about the 16, and we've got another penalty.
Late flag coming in.
I don't know if we've got starting to get a little chippy down there, maybe. Looked like Verbalitis 55 said it's against them. Kept his cool, hopefully.
Ben Fox is.
Personal foul. Defense, number 72.
Good job, boys.
Ben, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tim.
Ben Fox was signaling that it was against the Huskies,
Yeah.
so that's going to get them very close to a first down now.
That offensive line for Pinnacle, not only are they really good, very good players, but they've kept their cool all year. They're smart, very smart players, because that's huge. So that's going to give us a first and goal from the 7, and Spencer's going to hand it off to Hayden Hatton, and he's going to barrel roll his way down to about the 4. They still can't get him down. And there's still a rugby scrum going on. Good grief.
I would think they'd blow that one dead, but I didn't hear the whistle.
They let it go. They let it go for about 4 or 5 seconds.
I think they handed that off to the outside head prop.
Well, and now
you guys don't know that reference. That's a rugby reference.
Yeah, there you go. Rich, just get in the pile, or get in the pile there, man. They
Rich, I was a
you.
fly half back in the day.
Show him
I
going
got your
in.
reference.
I'm the 8 man.
So 2:51 left. And now, if you look at the clock management side of things, if we get in here, we're up 17-7. Leave very little time for Horizon to try to put something together in terms of a last-minute drive before the first half. And we did receive the kick to start the game, folks, so we will be kicking off in the second half.
I just got a text message and a shout-out to David Lewerke, Brian's father. He's watching the broadcast. He says the boys look great, very unique offensive formations. Maybe Brian will run that for Michigan State. I don't know. He could throw in his 2 cents there, David. But he wants us to keep the streak alive and beat Horizon. So, David, great. And your son is doing fantastic out at Michigan State. I watch him on Saturdays. It's
I
awesome.
do too. Yeah, tell Brian hello for all of us, please, David. 6-1, Michigan State.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Or 5-1? They're only 1 loss on the year. So they've really surprised a lot of folks. But I wasn't really surprised. I knew Brian would have a pretty good year.
I think that loss is to Notre Dame, I believe.
It was, yeah. So now they're saying it's third. Okay, so according to the markers, it's 3rd and 3. 2:49 left and counting. So 3rd and 3, it's a big down. Spencer's going to come under center. Hayden Hatton up on the line. Spencer's going to fake it. He's going to run himself. Now he's going to throw. It's tipped, but still caught for a touchdown. Great heads-up play by Shane Sunday, number 81, to come up with that ball.
Hey, that was
that's good.
He kept his feet in, he kept his head up, and his hands on the ball.
Yeah, just watching where that, even though that ball was tipped, he had great instincts to keep it and catch it.
So watch this replay, folks. So Shane Sunday, he's a sophomore. He's your left side tight end. He's going to run his route into the end zone. Spencer, good job avoiding the rush. Now the ball is tipped by the backer, and great job by Sunday to get those feet down. And now it's 16-7 PAT pending for Pinnacle.
Deep.
And another deep one. Rich is good. It's over the head of Rich. He's not going to get that. Rich Beach has got too good of a leg, buddy. That was a deep fly ball to center field. So 2:36 left. Back to a 10-point lead for the Pioneers.
Yeah, so that's enough time for the Huskies to do something. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with, if they keep it on the ground or if they try to air it out here with just a little over 2.5 left.
Well, they've had all their success in the first half running the ball. They haven't really thrown for a lot of yardage. And most of it was on that big play where they just got a lot of blocking up front and off to the races. So Jacob Beach heading back out. A little tighter than I think some people thought it might be, Tim. But I know you mentioned before it starts you think it'd be a pretty close game.
Yeah.
So, again, Jacob Beach, number 82, setting all kinds of records for the Pioneers this year, heading to Northern Arizona University on a football scholarship as a kicker. Got some
guys, I'm going to interview Coach Brady here at halftime.
Okay, perfect. And the hit squad, that's what we call all the other boys who line up. Good players, all of them. And he's going to boot that. That might be returnable. Yeah, and they're going to let him come back out. So he's at the 15. They're going to reverse up to the 10-yard line. He's got a little bit of room. Look out to the 25, to the 30. He's up to the 35 and finally taken down at the 43, 44-yard line.
Penalties. A long flag coming in at the end, towards the end of the play there from across the field.
So they give them credit. They executed that fairly well. See what the call is, but pretty good field position to start. Usually those calls are going to be on the return team. Very rarely do you see it on the kickoff team. So we'll see what they come up with. Oh boy.
Ooh.
They're gonna get Quentin Powell on a face mask, and they're gonna call it a personal foul. So, boy, that's really gonna give them good field position. 41-yard line. Really, the penalty on the roughing the kicker, the long run, those have been the highlights to keep Horizon, from being down 17-0 at this point. But they've moved the ball. Give them credit. They've moved the ball better than what we've seen with anybody in league play.
Absolutely.
So we're going to have twins to the right. Shotgun formation with Enriquez. And they're going to blow that dead as well.
Looks like that's probably a false start against Horizon.
Oh, that's actually encroachment against Pinnacle.
Oh, wow.
They're going to catch us offsides. So the yellow hankies are starting to fly. Corley Thompson, number 56, in at tackle. That'll create 1st and 5 for Horizon at the 36-yard line. Same look. Now they're going to go trips to the right, with the back split over to the right as well. So really more of a spread formation. Enriquez in the gun. He's going to look to his left. Got plenty of time. Now they had a delayed blitz, and here comes Thans Dixon trying to chase him down, and he's going to get him from behind.
Yeah, Thans Dixon is just too fast.
Going to end up being about a 2 or 3 yard gain, but boy, you saw the speed for number 4 Thans Dixon on that play. We'll create a second, and we'll call it 3. Take a look at the speed from number 4, the linebacker, folks. That's Thans Dixon. He doesn't come in. It's really more of a delayed blitz. He stays. He sees he's got plenty of time. Then he just bird dogs it and says, I'm going to get you. And right there, he closed a lot of speed in a hurry to get that tackle. So 2nd and 3 for Horizon. Shotgun. Bunch formation over to the right. Double wing look. And Enriquez again going to come back and throw. This time they're going to set up the screen, and what a play by number 71 for the Pioneers to sniff
Lucas
that
Jarvis.
out. Now, I don't know. Yeah, and he stopped him before they got to the 1st down yardage, so now it's 3rd and 2. Clock is at 1:22 left, and they're going to call timeout. Boy, Jarvis has just been playing lights out.
He has. Folks, our Pinnacle Pioneer sponsor this year is Select Physical Therapy, providing athletic training services to Pinnacle High School and as a part of Select Medical Outpatient Division, a national, prominent, locally driven provider of outpatient physical rehabilitation. Their centers offer a wide range of general physical therapy services such as hand therapy, sports medicine, and work injury prevention and management. Select Medical empowers its therapists by providing industry-leading and continuing education opportunities. Select Medical Outpatient Division provides physical therapy and athletic training services to professional sports teams, colleges, universities, and high schools like Pinnacle. Experience the power of physical therapy.
All right, so very big 3rd and 2 coming up. Pioneers holding on to a 17-7 lead. By far the closest game we've had in league play, folks. And actually the league title's on the line, so I guess that's to be expected. And they're going to come out again in that short bunch trips formation to the right. One split receiver to the left.
It's a big 3rd down for them.
It is. Enriquez in the gun. Here comes the blitz. And it might, false
start. That's not good for the Huskies because that's going to make it that much harder.
I believe that was number 31, Alonzo Maya, on the left-hand side, the linebacker, who was going to head in. And that really does help Pinnacle out quite a bit because now you're looking at a 3rd and we'll call it 7.
That makes it just that much harder.
It does. And they're probably in 4-down territory, but with 1:21, they don't want to give Spencer 60, 70 seconds. They really don't. Because Spencer can strike that quickly and that offense.
Well, would that be this would be 4-down territory if they don't make it, I would think.
Most likely. So Enriquez in the gun. And they're just going to rush 4. Here comes a delayed blitz. He's going to throw a long out pattern. That's complete, actually, for 1st down yardage. Pretty good throw by Enriquez because the coverage was pretty good. That was just a good throw by the quarterback.
Brent Molesky on the catch.
So complete to
Molesky, number 5 for the Huskies, so that's going to be a 1st down. That should put him in field goal range too.
It was a good throw. You got to give him credit.
1:14 left in the 1st half here, folks, and Horizon driving.
Trips to the right again, and Enriquez is going to design roll to his right. He's going to come under pressure again, and I don't think he's going to get away. He's not. Shane Sunday.
That is a big sack.
All the way back to the 34-yard line. Good pressure by everybody. Sunday got to clean it up.
Well, here's the biggest part of that. That sack is going to take them out of field goal range right there.
Actually, you're right, Tim. That's a really good point. And that's the 5.5 sacks on the year for Sunday.
So timeout Horizon.
Actually, I didn't realize that. Shane Sunday is leading the Pioneers with sacks.
That's incredible. So like I said, that takes them out of that field goal range here. So the Huskies are going to talk about it. Del Taco, menu items that taste better because they are made with unique ingredients prepared fresh in every restaurant's working kitchen. Visit one of the 24 area Del Tacos tonight, including locations at Tatum and Bell Road, as well as 19th Avenue and Union Hills. Del Taco, a Pioneer sponsor for Pinnacle football.
All right. So, Rich, where are you?
I'm down at the 25-yard line at the end of the box. Now I'm in the box.
You're in the box.
In the box, out of the box. Well, you know, Rich, I was going to have you go over have you go to the dark side at halftime, but the two ladies that wear the dog heads, they're not here yet. Maybe they're a little scared and they're not coming. I don't know. So I'll have to keep you posted on that, but I just sent them a message. They're not here yet. We'll see if Rich can interview the dark side.
Well, all right. So we have 1:06 remaining in the half. It is second down, and we'll call it 24. No, it's more than that. It's going to be, 27. Second and 27. Enriquez in the shotgun. They're going to have twins over to the left. And Pinnacle's just rushing 4. Although the 4 that they're rushing are getting some pressure and almost picked off. Good play on defense by, I think, Bennett Levy.
Bennett Levy, number 5. Great play. Intended receiver was number 5, Molesky.
The key to that was the front 4 getting pressure, which they did.
Well, they're flushing him out of the pocket there, but they're also staying with him, so he doesn't have a lot of options.
Well, you can see you've got Sunday in, you've got Marcuson in at defensive end, and Ashenbrand 72 at tackle, and I believe that is Jarvis 71 at the other tackle.
So this is a big third down. I mean, if the Huskies get about 10 yards, that might get them in field goal range, but that's going to be at the long end of their kicker, Cook. I think
that'd be a long one. He's kicked a 45-yarder on the year.
I'm sorry, Cole Johnson is their kicker, not Cook.
So, same thing, 3rd and 27, shotgun, trips. He's got time. This time he's going to dump it off shorter. Good open field tackle down about the 26. Maya takes him down. And now 4th and 12, Tim.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do because this is going to be 50.
It'd be a 42-yarder.
Yeah, so this is right at the back end of it. So, you know, I think the Huskies are going to try to go for some points here. They're probably going to work the clock down to nothing.
And
they're out. They've got one timeout left. Maybe run it down, take a timeout, and talk about it, and then maybe try to make a strike to the end zone. Because they don't want to leave Rattler with any time on the clock. That's exactly what they're going to do.
No, they don't. Now, he's kicked a 45-yarder this year, though. And they've got the wind. What wind there is, which is really not a lot, is a slight breeze at their back. So this will be interesting to see.
So they call their last time out.
Yeah, here he comes. Yeah, they're going to kick it. Well, if they hit it, you know, you're down to a one-score game again. So, interesting. Much tighter ball game than what we had anticipated. And we do kick off the start in the second half. Well, Tim, tighter than I thought. I thought it'd be, 3-4 touchdowns by now.
I knew.
Give the Huskies credit. They're playing tough.
It's just this rivalry game, this close game. It's just the way. This is the way it goes.
Yeah. So let's see.
Is this one 40?
This is a 44-yarder. Basically what you do to figure that out, wherever the ball is, tack on 17 yards. That's how you figure it out. And the ball is at the 27. So 44-yarder is what we're looking at. He's got a pretty good leg. He's hit from 45. Pioneers would love to get a block on this for sure. And snaps down. Kick is up. It's going to be wide to the left. No good. So he's 0 for 2 on field goals this evening.
So that's 4.8 left in the first half here. Pinnacle on top, 17-7. So Pioneers up by 10. I wouldn't be surprised if you see. I don't think Rattler's going to take a shot at the end zone. I think he might just take a knee.
Well, yeah, the ball's at the 20. So,
or either that, or he just unloads one and sees what happens. Sends the speedster down there. But it's going to have to be all or nothing. So the Huskies playing way deep in anticipation for that. They know Rattler can throw it 50 yards.
He can. I've seen the longest throw I've seen from Spencer in the air. The ball travel this year was almost 70 yards. I saw one that was 67, 68. Yeah, he's going to take an E. So with that comes halftime, folks. I know Rich is going to be doing some interviews. Tim, I'm going to need to take about 5.
All right, it's all good,
So
man.
I'll be back with you in just a bit, okay?
That's fine. So, again, the Pioneers are up 17-7 at halftime. I'm sure Coach Dana Zupke is going to go inside and make some adjustments and talk about it. The Huskies have done a pretty good job as far as keeping the Pioneer offense off the field. And when the Pioneers get the ball, they move the ball down pretty fast and pretty indecisively. They get down there and usually make something happen. Matthew Gemelli at Desert Viewpoint Group and Morgan Stanley. Desert Viewpoint Group at Morgan Stanley provides comprehensive wealth solutions for families and businesses and owners. Desert Group at Morgan Stanley offers services in wealth management, financial planning, estate planning, strategies, retirement planning, and corporate retirement plans. Please contact Matthew Gemelli at 480-922-7976, located at Scottsdale Road at Kierland.
First up, we have
Hey, Coach Dixon and Tim, I'm down here on the field with Coach Brady from the freshman team and his coaching staff. Hey, Coach, great season this year, ending up at 8-1. What would you say is the highlight of the season?
Well, most definitely for me, the highlight was the last play of the game last year with Alec Bernardo getting on the field and being able to contribute just one little play this year, and his excitement he had for his family and for the Pinnacle family as well.
Yeah, hey, it was a special night. We had the opportunity to watch that we love about high school football.
The freshmen have done a fantastic job this year, and I know that the JV was the first JV team in school history to become undefeated. So that's something, a real proud task.
Tim, these guys are going to watch the replay, and I'm interviewing the freshman coaches, and you jumped in and talked about JV.
Well, no, I said the freshmen, they had a great season, but I also said that the JV had a great season as well, being undefeated.
Hey, let's let Coach Brady introduce his staff here.
Yeah, I've got a few guys here I want to introduce here because, like I told you before in the Desert Mountain game, I gave all my credit to my coaches this year. So I have Jason Nicholson here as his first-year coach here. His younger brother plays varsity here as a starter. We help the linebackers. We also have Hugh Verbalitis here, who his son is also a varsity starter on the line. He is our O-line coach and been around in the Pinnacle system for 5 years now. And lastly, we have Chad Vermeet, who is our linebacker and special teams coach, and this is finishing his 3rd season up here as well. We got a few other guys that actually help on the varsity staff as well, but obviously got a little bit more bigger fish to fry right now. So,
hey, Coach, thanks again. Great season, and thanks for.
So, Rich, I got a question for him. Is he looking at the 8th graders for next year?
Want to know the broadcasters want to know if you're already looking at some of the 8th graders that will be coming up for next year.
And brother Shane.
Well,
she plans to attend the University of Arizona.
No. Officially, no. Okay, I see how that is. Yeah.
He told me in the offseason he's getting a golf game.
There you go. Well, tell him congratulations on a great season. So that was awesome.
Thank you, guys. Back to you.
All righty. So that's Rich out there with the freshman coach for this year. So we're going to cut the camera out to the center field here so we can I'll let the ambient mic talk for a little bit for halftime as they do some of the announcements of some of the other seniors that partake in this season.
Is being accompanied and supported this evening by her father, Walter, and her mother, Mary. Lily is a member of the Color Guard and has been in band for 3 years. Her future plans after graduation are to attend the University of Arizona and get a doctorate in psychology. Matthew McWhorter is being accompanied and supported this evening by his mother, Deb, and his father, Steve. Matthew plays the euphonium and has been in band for 4 years. His future plans after graduation are to attend ASU and major in electrical engineering. Stephanie Mew is being accompanied and supported this evening by her mother, Alda, and her father, Steve. Stephanie is a member of the Color Guard and has been in band for 3 years. Her future plans after graduation are to attend Auburn University and major in nursing and overall just continue being awesome. Rachel Rawlings is being accompanied and supported this evening by her dad, Rick, and her mom, Chris. Rachel plays the bass drum and has been in band for 4 years. Her future plans after graduation are to attend ASU and major in medicine. Abby Russell is being accompanied and supported this evening by her mom, Catherine, and her dad, Andrew. Abby plays the bass drum and has been in band for 4 years. Her future plans after graduation are to attend Barrett Honor College at ASU. Nikolai Russell Przykowski is being accompanied and supported this evening by his mother, Andrea. Nikolai plays the trumpet and has been in band for 4 years. His future plans after graduation are to attend ASU to major in business and take over the family business of all lighting products. Madison Snyder is being accompanied and supported this evening by her dad, Mitch, and her boyfriend, Daniel. Madison is a member of Color Guard and has been in band for 3 years. Her future plans after graduation are to attend NAU and get a degree in forensic psychology. Luke Sacrosno is being accompanied and supported this evening by his father, Stephen, and his mother, Susan. Luke plays the alto sax and has been in band for 4 years. His future plans after graduation are to attend Berklee College of Music and major in music production and sound engineering. Alan Wheelock is being accompanied and supported this evening by his mom, Andrea, and his dad, Chris. Alan plays the snare drum and has been in band for 2 years. His future plans after graduation are to attend ASU and get a degree in cybersecurity.
All right, Pioneer fans taking the field, ready to perform their 2017 competition show called Echoes is the Big Blue Band under the direction of Christopher Blue. So far this year, the band has been very successful at their competitions by winning first place and winning awards for Best Music, Best Marching, and Best General Effect. The Big Blue Band would like to thank you in advance for your attention as they perform their show. Under the direction of drum major Jacob Hillhouse, the Big Blue Band presents Echoes. Pioneer fans, the Big Blue Band travels tomorrow to Raymond Kellis for a noon performance, followed by a contest at Mountain Ridge High School at 4:45. Next weekend, the band will be competing at the state competition at Dobson High School. Finally, once again, congratulations to Brandon Berg for being selected again this year to be a member of the Great American Marching Band, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Once again, how about a hand for our Big Blue Marching Band?
Hello again, folks. Great job as always by the band and the Spirit Line. They do a fantastic job here. We're about 5 minutes away from the second half. Some scoring updates. Last thing that I saw, I just looked at the Twitter account. Chandler was up, I think, 26-7 over Hamilton. Desert Ridge on top of Highland 14-0. And in league play, a couple of updates. O'Connor up over Mountain Ridge 35-7. And Desert Mountain, I believe, was up 24-7 over the Anthem from the folks from Anthem. That's Boulder Creek. So it looks like Pinnacle holds on here. We will win the league again. And heading into this season with the league that we have, we were 32-4 all time. So we'll tack on 5 more. We'll end up being 35-0 all time. So. Again, Tim, welcome back. Thanks for spelling me. Too much iced tea.
No problem. No problem.
Ran into my daughter. She had pizza for me, but I don't think it made it all the way back.
No, that's with kids, teenagers, pizza doesn't last too long.
So do you want to do the speculation thing on the playoff seedings here? I actually ran through this. Are you ready?
All right, go ahead. Lay it out.
I never win this stuff when it comes to March Madness, but we'll give this a shot. Here's what I think is going to happen. Tomorrow morning, Desert Ridge will be the number 1 seed. Mountain Point 2, Perry 3, Chandler at 4. Just because of the way the points work. Hamilton 5, and I think we'll be at 6. So here's what I think is going to shake out. First round match in the playoffs would put us against, I actually think, Horizon will probably stay at 10. And I think that, or 11. I think they'll slide to 11, which would have us playing Horizon in the first round of the playoffs.
Wow.
So kind of, it could be, I think there was Cesar Chavez or somebody else up there too. Which then second round would put us on a collision course with, let's see, Perry. Wow. So if we're on the other side of the bracket, we'd have Perry in the second round. And if we get through that, Mountain Point. And if we get through that, then a state title match against Chandler. How's that for prediction?
Okay, we'll see how that plays out. I don't know where the coaches meet every Saturday morning after the regular season. I'm not sure where they're meeting.
Yeah, they do. Usually at a bar somewhere. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
restaurant type
sports
facility.
Bar.
Sports
well, yeah,
bar.
not that they're drinking first thing in the morning there, folks.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah, they're not sitting there with tequila shots going, all right, who's playing who?
Hey, I'm down here with the Crazies.
Okay, Rich.
And I'm really looking to jam out to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but none of these guys know what this is.
Yeah, that's
how we're
Ask him, do any of them even know who Meatloaf is? Probably not. I don't know how many people listening know who Meatloaf is. So, Rich, I'm trying to see. There he is.
Yeah, he's right down
there.
You're
trying to get some people on interviews there?
Either that or he's calling for pizza.
One of the two. So I thought he'd bring back. He brought me candy 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Where's the candy,
Rich?
I
was going to bring it again, but you ate all of it. I was supposed to bring some of it home.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, don't have a camera on me, but I am hanging out with the Crazies. We'll come and see them a little bit later, though, because I don't think they really understand this music.
Well, and you know what? I mean, obviously, if you're a fan, you want to see your team win and win big. But when it's a little bit closer like this, it helps out a little bit. So
yeah, Steve was looking up Meatloaf we saw it on the back of the screen there, yes.
Oh, yeah,
who is Meatloaf? Steve may not even know who Meatloaf is.
Yeah.
He's the singer, Steve, our production guy, Steve, by the way. Shout out to those guys, Steve and Evan. They're the brains behind this outfit, folks.
Well, next week, folks, we should have a home game. Pinnacle should have a home game to open up the playoff season. Again, I'm hoping that we will be broadcasting. I want to say we will. Usually, sometimes we get the first game, and then the AIA takes control after that. So if that's the case, I'm sure we'll be live next week.
Correct. We'll have probably one more broadcast.
Yeah, from Pinnacle High School, and that'll be it for the season. Then the AIA will take over all the broadcasts after that.
So shout out to all the former Pioneers and all of you who've watched throughout the years. former players. There's so many players that are playing at the next level and doing different things, or that had and that were great pioneers through the years. I just saw.
Hey, I'm moving my way, guys. Sorry to cut you off, but now I'm really moving my way through the crazies.
Okay.
We got the camera on us too, right here.
He's right there with the. He's right there with the mascot.
Stinky Pete, the pioneer. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, now
Pete
Rich
the
is.
Pioneer.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Rich, you're going to be in a mosh pit.
I could get hurt navigating through this, but I'm trying. I'm making my way.
Folks, that's
This
Rich.
thing's going to fall.
That's Rich in a mosh pit. That is literally Rich in a mosh pit. That's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to the principal's office now.
Kids are having a blast, as you can tell.
You know what this song is called? The Freak.
The Freak. You hear them do it every week.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to town. When you see that student section, here comes your Pioneers, folks. You can see on the screen. They're getting ready to head out. I would imagine, it's been a hard-fought first half, but I would imagine the coaches have probably felt like they should be a little bit further ahead than they are. So
I do, but the Pinnacle defense has been very, very, very tough, with the exception of just that one breakout play, and that's all they really had. So, if they continue to contain the Horizon offense like they have and force them to punt a little bit, that's going to be good. But Horizon is keeping a ground game going pretty much, and with that ground game going, they're controlling the clock a little bit. And when they have the ball, first downs, they're making first downs. They keep the Pioneer offense off the field, and I really believe that's what's keeping the score tight. Because when Pinnacle offense is out there, Todd, they're moving the ball.
You look at coming into tonight, Horizon averaged 155 yards a game on the ground, 130 yards through the air. So they're actually pretty balanced.
Right.
But you're right, they're doing most of their damage with us, especially that one long run.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it takes, though, is one long run. So it's so records. We were talking about records a little bit earlier, and I think I hit some of these earlier. I highlighted all these, Tim, and I know you can't see it from over there, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 22 records that have been broken this year by this football team.
Yeah,
that's just what I found. I mean, I'm sure there's probably more than that. Total wins for sure, with the JV going undefeated at 9-0, the freshmen at 8-1. They're 17-1. If you look at our 7, so we're 24-4 as a program heading into tonight, and if we can get the W here, 25-4. That's respectable at any level.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful night tonight for football, isn't it?
So, oh yeah, and I want to say one thing. I think this is Horizon's toughest game of the season, and they're hanging with us.
Oh, without a doubt.
But like I said, Horizon's going to get the ball to start the second half here, and it's going to see what kind of, if they're going to kind of keep that short game, that run game going, or if they're going to try to put up some points. And eventually they're going to have to get some points, because Rattler's going to get his opportunities, and the way Pinnacle moves the ball down.
Well, offensively, the only thing that we weren't successful with is when we went to that formation, the stealth formation.
Yeah.
That was a 3-and-out. That didn't work at all, Right. But everything, if you look at all the other drives that we had, we pretty much got points on everything else.
Right. Folks, one of our sponsors is Affiliated Dermatology. Affiliated Dermatology is a full-service dermatology group that is offering services in general dermatology, skin cancer detection and treatment, aesthetics, laser treatment, and allergies. With multiple Valley locations, along with evening, Saturday hours, we take pride in providing an unmatched patient experience that is superior to the competitions at an affordable price. Also, another sponsor is Cold Beer and Cheeseburgers. Not your basic place. Their award-winning burgers are hand-formed, fresh, never frozen ground chuck to create a tasty selection of mouth-watering half-pound burgers. Now for the cold beer part. Their beer menu consists of over 150 beer choices in most locations. No matter which location you visit, Cold Beer and Cheeseburgers wants you to ensure that great service, amazing food, and high-energy atmosphere with neighborhood feel is what you'll find. Please just visit them at their new location on Scotts Hill Road, just south of Mayo, as we're getting ready to get underway here.
All right, so second half kickoff coming up. Jacob Veach and the hit squad out there. Pretty much all, well, yeah, he had one kickoff that came back in the first half, but the rest were all touchbacks. So pretty good average for Veach. This will be his fourth kick of the evening. So 2 for 3 on touchbacks. And here we go, second half action, folks. And, they're going to go short, mix it up a little bit. It's caught on the fly, and the ball's still loose.
Wow, that was close.
Interesting look.
Huskies got it.
Boy, that was close. Kind of like that.
14 William Ketter on the
Took a chance, 35-yard line. Took a chance, but
yeah, well, that's how you do it. But
yeah, they came close.
So the Huskies are going to start off with decent field position at the 35 as they come out with their offense. See what kind of, if they keep that same game plan in place or they try something different.
Starting defense on the field, folks. And Horizon coming out with some success in the first half. They've got Enriquez, number 3, at quarterback. They're going to go with that same double wing look. They're not going to mix it up much. Tight end to the right. Now they're going to do that same sweep play that they scored on earlier in the game, and this time they're going to pick up about 3.
Yeah, Thans Dixon, number 4, in on that tackle, as well as Quentin Powell, number 23. Oh, no, that's 18. No, that's 18. Tucker Parrish.
Yeah, Tucker Parrish coming up. Tucker and Thans, Thans number 4, the linebacker on the right-hand side is the leading tackler. Number 18, your left safety on your screen, folks, is the second leading tackler. They're around the ball a lot. So Enriquez, same thing. You're going to come out with that bunch double wing formation in the shotgun.
Horizon takes time getting these plays in. And
yeah, they do. That's their strategy.
Part of the game plan to keep the Pinnacle offense off the field.
And this time it's going to be the quarterback running up, Enriquez. He's got some wheels. He's to the 40, 35, 30, and taken out of bounds by Bennett Leby at about the 25.
And that's going to be another penalty.
Yeah.
He threw him out of bounds.
They're going to get Bennett for an unsportsmanlike for driving him out of bounds and not letting go.
So that's going to tax him on. That's going to put them probably first and goal.
Yeah, another 15. So Corley Thompson coming in and checking in as number 8 for the Pioneers.
Bogle.
Yep, Bogle. Hogan Hatton checking out along with Ashenbrand. So Bogle looks like he's going to be in at the Mike linebacker position, middle linebacker.
So they're going to spot that ball on about the 13-yard line.
So Horizon with some success early in the second half, folks, as you see on the replay.
And then not a smart play by
the
Pioneers.
So it's going to be shotgun formation, double split receivers, double wing as well. And Enriquez is going to hand it over to the left-hand side. That same hole is there. This time, pretty good open field tackle. Who was that? That was Leby. Came up, or no, that
was Leby, number 5.
Number 5, Leby.
When we get down to this part of the field, folks, for Tim and I, it's a little bit tougher to see the numbers. So
that was Giffen, number 9 on the run. One thing that we haven't seen, turnover. Nothing.
No, it's been a clean game as far as turnovers. Penalties, we've had some that have hurt us for sure. So second down and 6 for Horizon at the 9-yard line. Going to go to that trips formation to the right with Enriquez in the shotgun. And he's going to keep it and go up the middle again, and the ball's on the ground. And it's picked up by penalty, and look out, it's at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Quentin Powell,
50,
good luck.
fastest guy on the field, Q, Superman in a phone booth to the 20, to the 10, touchdown Pioneers. Holy cow.
And a flag after the touchdown. I saw one come across.
Because he rolled into the end zone?
You see the wheels on number 23, Quentin Powell.
Nash Giffen is probably one of their fastest guys on the Horizon side. He could not chase him down.
Watch this replay, folks. Great job on this fumble.
And I just said, no turnovers.
Yeah, well, you jinxed him. And good heads-up play by Q. And
That's
the minute he hits
pickup.
that, the camera guy's having trouble keeping up with him. Look at that. That's 4.45 speed right there, folks. That's what it looks like in the open field. Wow. Holy cow. That's a huge play, Tim.
So,
okay, they're going to get
dead ball foul. No, that's called on the defense. Number 33 on the defense.
Oh,
dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike.
Okay, so I don't know what he did, but in any event,
that touchdown's going to stick.
You know what? Defense, they've had some challenges here and there tonight, but they just came up huge. That was a huge turnover.
Yeah, with Horizon threatening down there at the other end of the field.
That speed is just sick, isn't it?
Yeah, Giffen is fast, but he could catch him.
No, Q's won it. That combine in California over the summer, he's the 4th fastest kid out of all the kids from California, Arizona, everywhere. 4th fastest.
Incredible. So Beach with the PAT attempt.
And does he stay perfect on the air? He does. So Veach.
10:05 left in the third quarter. Pinnacle on top 24-7. That is a big momentum swing for the Pioneers.
It really
that
is.
Just kind of opens the door here a little bit, you know?
Well, the difference in that, had Horizon scored there, we're looking at a 17-14 ball game.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're up by 17. We've got the momentum. You can just feel the wind come out of the sails a little bit on the other side.
Yeah, that's 3 scores now, so.
Yeah. So kickoff team getting some more work in this evening. That's why they're record setting, folks, because here's a little math lesson for you. If you've scored the most amount of points in school history, you're probably going to have the most amount of kickoffs in school history, right?
Yeah, and I'm texting a gentleman by the name of Pete Corrado. His son played last year for Pinnacle, and he says that's a game changer.
Oh,
Pete, you're exactly right.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, a gigantic play.
Oh, so that penalty is going to be against Pinnacle. So for on dead ball foul unsportsmanlike. So
shout out to my buddy Dwayne Spitsky, who just texted me saying, "Why are you talking so much about records?" Well, we're not a record store, excuse me. But this offense is just sick with what they've done throughout the year. And now the defense gets to join in on the action.
Like I said, we haven't had any turnovers, and there it happened.
So we're kicking from the 25. Okay, so you're not going to see a touchback here, and are you? No. It'd be a 75-yard kickoff.
I'd do a bullet.
That would be huge. So here comes Veach. And that little pooch kick is going to be fielded at about the 30. Heading over to the left-hand side. A little bit of room, a little shake and bake, and not going to work. Down at the 40. The shake and bake didn't quite work for Horizon on that. But they had pretty good field position, though. 1st and 10 from their own 40. 9:57 left in the first half.
Marcus Fox, 34 on the special teams play for the Pioneers.
I'll be curious to see if Horizon changes their strategy a bit and they try to hurry up a little bit more.
So Fox 34, and it looks like Junton and number 25 were both in on that tackle there. So here we go with Horizon on their own 40, 1st and 10.
Defense for your Pioneers, number 18 is Tucker Parrish at safety.
And, like I was talking earlier in the game, the defense has been pretty good.
It has.
For
league play.
Pinnacle.
Well, league play, it's been lights out. Got Hogan back in at linebacker, number 31. That's your Mike linebacker, number 42 in the middle. Number 31 is Maya on the left-hand side. Vance Dixon, number 4 on the right-hand side, leading tackler on the team. Going to motion out to Trips. And quick screen pass, complete, and got blown up by Dylan Stevenson. Boom.
No, that's Tucker Parrish.
Was that Tucker?
Tucker Parrish. He read that all the way. Nash Giffen came out and threw a block against one of the linebackers, one of the outside linebackers, and that left Tucker Parrish with a free lane.
Yeah, no, that was a fantastic job on D. So that'll create a 2nd and 11. And it's really kind of fun to watch. Number 28 is Dylan Stevenson. He's your corner. He's playing a lot of bump and run. Watch this replay, folks. So we motion out to Trips. They're going to try to hit him quickly. Just a quick little shot.
See,
right there.
There's that, and that left Parrish wide open.
Yeah, that was Tucker. He will hit you, too.
Oh, yeah.
2nd leading tackler on the team. So we're going to have interesting play, kind of like they had it blown dead for a minute. Was that a little bit of a...
Yeah.
The center snapped it on 1. I think the right side of the offensive line might have thought it was going on 2.
Ashton Brad, number 72 on the tackle there, so that's going to back them up for another loss. So we're going to have about a 3rd and, I'd say, 14.
3rd and 14 from the 36. So what's defensive coordinator Andrew Hurley going to dial up here? Is he going to send a backer?
Well, the thing is they're staying that ground game on there, and that ground game, like I said, keeps the Pioneer offense off the field, but you got to get first downs.
They haven't thrown deep a whole lot tonight.
No.
They got one shot. They took one shot, and actually they completed it, too, about 30-yarder. Motion, left, spread, shotgun, rushing 4, and he's going to go up to the right-hand side. It's complete for first down yardage. Quentin Powell on coverage. Well,
that's a little bit of a mismatch over there with height and size.
It is, because number 5 you got a number 5. Let's see how tall he is, Tim. That's Mileni. He's 6'5". So he's 6'5". Q's about 5'9". So that they're going to try to dial that up, when they can. But Q plays much bigger than he is. He's usually pretty good on those one-on-one coverages with tall receivers. So 1st and 10 Horizon from the 48 of Pinnacle. And it's going to be a handoff over to the right-hand side on a sweep. Good for about 4.
Jason Bieberness.
I saw Jarvis get up from that pile,
Yep,
number 71.
The Husky ball carrier.
So gain of about 3.
Down to the Pioneer 45. Luke Ashton,
Jarvis on the year,
72.
I mean, he's had a heck of a year, folks. He had 19 solo tackles coming in with 2.5 sacks. He's around the ball quite a bit. Usually your tackles aren't going to have 70, 80 tackles. Their job is to gobble it up in the middle, but he's quick, he's agile. Both him and Aschenbrand are both agile in the middle. Number 72 is going to Princeton next year on a football scholarship. That's Aschenbrand, right tackle. Motion to trips. Enriquez. Going to hand off up the middle, and he's got a pretty good hole this time. Look out. Dylan Stevenson's trying to catch him. He does. He tackles him at the 20.
But there's a flag in the backfield, so I got a feeling that possibly could be a holding call.
That was, right up the gut.
Because that flag was thrown pretty fast.
They're having some success on the ground. I mean, in league play, we've shut everybody down. But Horizon's having some success.
Yeah, they're backing it up, so I got a feeling that's going to be against the Huskies. Legal shift.
2 men in motion. Boy, that's a penalty. If you're on the other side of the ball, that would drive you crazy.
Oh,
I mean, here you just run right up the gut. You get great blocking, and your speedster picks up about 20, and now you're going backwards. Ouch.
So 2nd and 12. That'll bring up. Right at midfield at the 50-yard line.
You've got Bogle in at the middle linebacker right now. It's number 8, folks. Hogan Hatton taking a breather.
So some of these penalties have really hurt both teams on both sides of the ball.
Get a motion to the double wing offense. Split left, shotgun. And it's going to be handoff over to the right-hand side. And missed tackle. Bogle finally gets him at the 40.
No, that's Dixon. Was that Bogle?
That was Bogle, number 8.
Bogle, number 8 on the tackle. And Braden Smurs, number 9, had him in the backfield, couldn't bring him down. So in comes Shane Sunday. See a lot of rotation on that D-line. Try to keep kids fresh.
3rd and short. This is where they like to throw that screen pass a little bit, or have Enriquez run up the middle.
Well, I'll tell you, he's had a pretty good year. That's number 81, Shane Sunday, your left end. Very rare to see a sophomore on the field for this team getting a lot of playing time. He's one of them that does. Leads the team in sacks. He had one tonight, came in with 4.5, so 5.5 sacks on the year. Very important 3rd and short. Twins left. Shotgun. Enriquez taking his time, and
they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, the coaching staff.
Well, they
see fired up on the other side.
They see things on the defense there, and they can't get it called in. So, folks, one of our sponsors this year is Cornerstone Women's Care. Cornerstone Women's Care delivers individualized health care for women of all ages. They combine state-of-the-art medical technology with compassionate care in a nurturing environment. Cornerstone Women's Care, a proud sponsor of Pinnacle Football. Also, Mitchell Cooper Dentistry. For all your dental needs, visit Dr. Mitchell Cooper, conveniently located at Greyhawk, creating excellence one smile at a time.
Hey, Tim and Coach Dixon, this is Rich. I'm down at the 20-yard line, the Pinnacle side on the south end of the field.
Right.
I'm here with some alumni.
Very cool.
And if you see these guys right here, you know Coach Dixon up there. Hey, so what do you like, what you've seen about Pinnacle so far, and what do you think they should change, if anything?
You know, I think they should try a little bit harder. I think they should run a little faster.
There you go, right? Consistent, gentlemen.
These guys don't learn anything.
Hey,
Either that or
Dixon.
Rich is their teacher.
The insight that you get from these former players is just bewildering.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Rich, give him a high five for me. Give him a shout out.
All right, so big 3rd down.
3rd and 2, big 3rd down. So Twins to the left, Enriquez in the gun. They've got a tight end to the left, and they've got a wing back to the left, and the running back to the left. And now the quarterback says, "Wait a minute, boys. Let's balance this line out." So they got tight end to the right, wing back to the line, and they're going to go right up the gut. Watch this. Here comes Enriquez, and he's going to pick up the first down. The ball's down again, and this time Dylan Stevenson's got it. He's going to look for a crease. He's up to the 30, to the 35, up to the 38-yard line. Another fumble, another turnover for the Pioneers.
And we were talking about they were -4. And we were +6?
Yeah, we were +6. You know, to start the year, we were in the negative side on the turnover battle all year. We finally fixed that about 3-4 weeks ago. We've been on a roll ever since.
Enriquez was running. He just coughed that up, and it bounced right into the hands of Stevenson.
Boy, that's helpful. So now with 6 minutes left, 3rd quarter, and a 24-7 lead, we're going to go to work. But, yeah, Tim, you're exactly right. We're now +8 on the year for turnovers. Horizon is now -6.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that turnovers will kill you. Spencer Rattler coming under center. Split receivers, both sides, tight end, I formation, and it's pound the ball time. Junton isn't going to get much there, though. Maybe
it
2.
Is.
Junton in the Pioneer ball carrier.
That's an NFL offense from the 80s there, right?
I'll make Junton in. Grant Maliski, number 5 on the tackle for the Huskies.
Well, this is the time of the game. We talk about this a lot. Late third quarter and the fourth, the offensive linemen love to try to take control. Say, all right, let's run it down their throat. Spencer in the gun this time. He's going to throw. Plenty of time. Out pattern, complete, midfield.
Late flag coming in over here, so.
Usually in the area of holding. So let's.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, it's a hold call.
Yeah.
And they're going to get number 55 verbs complaining about it.
And that was Jepson on the reception, but that doesn't matter.
Let's see who they tag with this. Yeah, that's your center, Luke Verbalitis. Luke's a good player, really good player. It's not. I haven't seen a lot of holding calls on him throughout the year. So in any event, you were going to end up with 2nd and 20.
A little more than that, about 22.
Yeah, 2nd and 22 from the 26-yard line. Spencer in the gun. We're going to open it up now. Hayden Hatton in motion, the Twins. Play action. Spencer's going deep. Wide open is Parker Red at the 45 to the 50. Makes a nice cut to the midfield to the 45. Another cut to the 40. Parker's still on his feet to the 35. Holy cow, nobody can tackle that kid.
He was finally grabbed by one leg out of bounds by number 23, Nathan Bucko.
Oh, you think Parker's an athlete?
Yeah, just
that was impressive. Holy cow.
So big first down for the Pioneers, and now they are into Husky territory again.
Watch this, folks. Busted coverage, and Spencer sees it. Parker Red is your
wide
split,
open.
wide to the right, and the corner comes up. There's nobody there.
Yeah, no, the corner came up because he thought the safety was going to pick it up, and he didn't.
Spencer's going to throw again. This time he's under some pressure, and he escapes for the time being, and he's going to go down at about 35 for a sack.
Loss of about 2.
First sack of the game. That's pretty rare. You don't see Spencer go down very much. He's just too elusive.
The pocket just started to collapse there on him.
So now we're at 2nd and 12. Clock's ticking. We're at 4:55 and counting left in the third quarter. 17-point lead. Spencer's going to go under center. Offset eye look. And it's going to be a play action. Spencer's got plenty of time all day to throw. He's going to dial it up deep, and he threw it over complete for a touchdown on the right-hand side.
Is that Red?
Holy smokes.
Hayden
Hatton, leading receiver. Goodness gracious. From the left hash into the wind, Spencer threw that ball, and it hung for a while, but it was perfectly thrown, and Hayden hauled it in and touchdown.
Hauled it in. So Beach is going to come in for the PAT.
Here we go, folks. Sorry, here. Watch this.
Rich is back deep.
Great play action. Now Spencer all the way to the left hash from the 45-yard line. Where's that ball land? On a rope at the 5. So 40 yards across the field into the wind. That's no easy feat. Goodness.
Hey, what's your name? Hey, this is Tosh. I'm back here. Tosh has like 18 inches on me, but I'm getting it.
Here comes the kick. Rich, you might get this one. You might.
and Mr. Piper catches one. Look at him back there.
Your roving reporter with a catch and actually a decent throw.
So you know what?
Nice throw, Rich.
Todd, at the beginning of the halftime here, what I was said, Pinnacle's going to start to blow this open. That's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah.
It was all created by that Quentin Powell fumble recovery, first 6, and then Horizon coughed up another one, and to Dylan Stevenson, and he starts running that one back, and it just creates that whole momentum shift, and now the Pioneers are up 31-7.
Well, you know, that reception by Hayden Hatton, we mentioned he's the leading receiver on the year. Coming into tonight, he had 10 touchdowns on the year, guys. Excuse me, 11. Our home games, it's always fun to watch these kids get amped up. And it's such a beautiful view from the press box where we're at, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice. Get a little more wind up here, though, don't we? And the wind's picked up a little bit. The flag over to the left's flying a little bit more, and it's into the face of the kicker.
So, Rich, I heard our 2 Husky heads are over in the that arrived, so maybe you can track them down. I don't know if you're listening in there.
Well, with the score getting a little more lopsided, they may not be as jovial.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I know. He can't hear me.
Jacob Veach, we'll see. It should be a great job if he can actually drive this into the end zone, into this wind. And he's going to give it a shot. It's
a bullet.
Yeah, it's a bullet. And he's going to have a lot of room to return this. 10, 15, up to the 20. Makes a move to the outside to the 25 and take him down.
Zaire Bogle, number 8 on the tackle.
Yep, so taking down at the 27-yard line.
So, Rich, our 2 Husky heads are on the dark side. I heard they arrived somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but you got to kind of maybe you can see them.
Rich is heading over to the dark side. So it'll take him a little while to get there. So your defense coming out, starting unit back in. 31-7. Now, every other team we've played in the league, folks, we've put up at least, I think, 50, 55, 56. It's ranged from 55 to 77 points.
Oh, yeah.
Enriquez in the shotgun. Trips to the right for Horizon. Pinnacle showing just a basic 4-3. Here comes a blitz from Maya. Enriquez is going to dial up a fade pattern to the left-hand side. Q gets there and breaks it up. Nice job by Q. There's that height, 6'5" receiver on 5'9" corner. They're going to test that a couple times, and that shows you how big Q can play. That was a nice job.
Pass intended for number 5, Bolesky.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Horizon. On the replay here, folks, the fade pattern, they're going to send the left side outside linebacker. That's Maya to try to get some pressure before he has time to throw. And here he comes. Now, not a bad ball by the quarterback. And now watch Q. Great coverage. And he gets in there right as the ball's coming down to that tall receiver. Gets his right hand in there and tries to swipe that ball out of there.
Absolutely.
So 2nd down. Again, we got a blitz. This time we got 2 backers coming. Same play again. Q again on coverage. They're going to keep coming back to that.
Yeah.
That's two plays in a row. Fade to the left side.
No, that's not working. Quentin Powell sees that coming, and he is all over that. He's got his hands up. He's got his head turned around looking at the ball. And that's all that matters, because when you're looking at it, it's anybody's game.
Truthfully, that was a pretty good pass. The receiver just couldn't come down with it, and give credit to Q.
Well, they're looking for that mismatch in height.
Now, I'll be curious, is Q playing, that's number 23, Quentin Powell, that we call Q. Is he playing bump over there? He is. He's playing bumping around in coverage. So he's right on the line. He's got Levy, the safety, over the top on this play. Trips to the right, 3rd and 10. Motion, create an even set from the spread. Enriquez under some pressure. This time he's going to try to run for it and doesn't quite get there. Good job by the middle linebacker, Hogan Hatton, who's a little slow to get up. Uh-oh. Yeah, number 42 is Hogan Hatton, and he may have taken a helmet to the gut there. Kind of what it looks like, but he's going to check out.
2 of them. Yeah, Hogan's getting up. He's kind of holding his left arm there a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be okay.
And that's the quarterback, number 3, Enriquez. It was a pretty good collision.
It was. Hatton was in there, and you had Thans Dixon in there too, and I think Bogle was in there as well.
Yeah, so they both. That's one of those plays where both guys get shaken up from a hard hit.
Yeah, I think Hogan's fine. He's just shaking it off. That's good to see.
Yeah, Hogan's a big kid. He's what, 6'3", 2. He gives you a hard time because we keep screwing up. Him and his twin brother.
All right, so Hogan is a little heavier than Hayden. So they're both about 6'3". I believe Hogan is 2 1/4, and I think Hayden's about 215, 220.
Right. And you can see number 3, Enriquez, who's played a pretty good game tonight, getting up. So it's good to see him get off the field. And that's going to create a 4th and 2 for Horizon, down by 24.
So they've got a couple of quarterbacks as backup. They've got a Carter Cook, number 7, as a quarterback as a backup, and a Jake Martinelli, number 12, as a sophomore quarterback. So interesting to see who they put in there.
Well,
the sophomore or the junior.
Martinelli has had quite a few snaps this year. He's got 391 yards through the air.
So it's probably his call.
Yeah, and that's going to be number 12, I believe. So the others really, in fact, those are the only 2 that actually have taken snaps this year at the varsity level. He's got 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions on the year, 391 yards. And he's rushed for 71 yards. I don't think he's as big of a threat, but here he comes winging the ball, and a little off. Ball was uncatchable.
Uncatchable, intended for number 6.
So that's turnover on downs, guys. Pinnacle offense will take over with 3:43 left.
With a short field.
With a short field at the 37. And you're right, this is the time where they've already kind of blown it open. Now they're going to try to pry that thing wide open. starting unit staying in the game. That offensive line is again, folks, I say this every week, but it's worth mentioning again. You like to follow the ball in football, but do yourself a favor. For at least a couple of plays, just watch those guys in the trenches and how they maul the people in front of them. That's a Covington up the middle for about 4.
Hey, Tim, this is Rich with a test 1-2. I'm way over on the dark side. Can you hear me?
We can hear you absolutely fine, Rich. You're all good to go over there.
I am in search of Brooke.
Brooke and the Husky heads. It's Brooke and Chelsea. Ask around. They probably know who she is.
So Pinnacle with a 2nd and 6. We'll be interviewing some puppies or some Huskies here in a minute. That sounds like the Husky, the fans with the Husky heads. So Spencer's going to go back, set up a screen over to the left-hand side. It's complete. Nice shake and bake move by Covington. Look at it. He's at the 25, 20, 15, 10. Good night. Touchdown, Caleb Covington. That's where you see the shake and bake come from Caleb Covington. He can make you look foolish. We call them ankle breakers. You set up to try to tackle him. He gives one juke one way. You reach out, and you get nothing but air because he's already passed and gone. See if we get a replay coming up here. It sounds like we will. Yep, watch this, folks. The shake and bake coming from Caleb Covington, number 1, the tailback. Fake that side. Great job by Spencer. Now watch this. Whoop!
Yeah, he is
bye-bye.
just very elusive. You know, he's just got that, when he's out in the open like that, that's where he's the most dangerous.
Jacob Veach. The fact that he's still perfect on the year with PATs with how many he's kicked is really kind of amazing. So, snaps down, kicks up. Stay perfect, Jake. There you go.
So 3:01 left in the third quarter. Pinnacle on top, 38-7.
Hey, here we go, guys. This is Rich coming you from the Husky side. About the 15-yard line on the north end, I found Brooke and her husband, Kevin. This is number 9, Nash Giffin's mom and dad. Tim, do you have an opening question?
I have an opening question. I love the heads. We've got you on camera tonight, Brooke and Chelsea, so you got to make sure that you two watch the video. I mean, your son has played great. He's had a great breakout run in the first half there, about a 45-yarder. Awesome. Didn't score any points on the board, but he looks phenomenal. So, I mean, I'm an ex-Husky alumni, and I am green, I am blue. I'm on both sides of the fence. Tough game, but, I mean, you think the Huskies can pull this one out still?
I don't think they've got a chance to pull it out, but I think they're doing the best they can. I think the officiating's going to be definitely, but other than that, it's really
It is.
Pioneers are doing it without their Pioneers but the Huskies are trying to claw their way back, but I think it's going to still be
I love the outfits. They look phenomenal on camera.
All right, wait, bye. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, so here we go, folks. Jake Veach coming up, and he's going to boom this one into the wind. Is he going to get there? It's close. They let him take it. So another reverse. No, fake reverse this time. Shakes off one tackle. He's not going to get by the other ones. Good coverage by the kickoff team down to the 16-yard line.
And it looks like Juntanen, number 25 on the tackle. Bogle on the tackle there as well as number 11 there too, Kyle Bryant.
So, Tim, here's something that's interesting. Veach is 49 for 49 on PATs this year. To get to the 50th, another school record. Wow. So, if he can go a perfect 50 for 50 on PATs, I believe that's another record broken. So, well, Horizon down 31 with 2:53 left in the third quarter. You're probably going to see them open it up here. If there's going to be any chance, they're going to have to, go for some big plays.
Well, they're going to have to, exactly. So Martinelli's in. So Enriquez obviously shaken up in that last series of downs. So it looks like it might be Martinelli for the rest of the game.
Martinelli in the gun, trips to the left, and he's going to hand it off over to the left-hand side, and pretty good coverage by the defense. That's Giffen, number 9, and he's got wheels. You're right, Tim. He's a quick kid.
And it's fun. He's a friend of the family. Nash, I think you're playing phenomenal tonight. A lot of heart, a lot of good second effort there. You're going to be fun to watch next year playing for Horizon as a senior. He's only a junior, so he's got another year in his.
They're playing hard. They are, and it's been a pretty clean game overall.
It is.
It really has. That's good to see. They're rivals, but there's respect back and forth, and it's been clean.
Well, the thing is that a lot of these kids they're all neighborhood kids, so they're friends.
Yeah, they've known each other a lot of them known each other for years. So. Yep. Trips to the left, shotgun formation. And going to be blown dead. So, Martinelli, a little frustrated, obviously. Now illegal snap. Boy, we're getting some awful weird penalties tonight, aren't we?
It's all right. Like I said, some of these penalties are coming at the wrong time for the Huskies, but that's pinning them back deep here.
Going to create a 2nd and 17 for Horizon from the 11. Big Sam in at left tackle. That's a 300-pounder, folks. If you see number 52 at left tackle.
Akwabu, he's the cork on the defense.
He goes about 3 bills.
Yep.
And number 72 next to him is Ashenbrand. There are those two. He's 280. Oh, goodness. So Martinelli going to head down the field. He's going to throw it to his tall receiver again, and Q again on coverage, incomplete.
Yeah, that one's just thrown a little bit on the outside there.
And Leby also over there. Number 5, that's Molesky, I believe. That's 6'5", yeah, 6'5", 230. He's a load for a receiver. That's a big kid. So it's going to create a 3rd and 15 for Horizon. Pioneers, be curious to see if they send any pressure or just rush 4. Here comes the blitz. Answered that question. Bogle coming up. They're going to dump it off on a screen pass. That's actually good timing for the call. And going to be ran out of bounds at about the 22 and a late hit, I think, right, Tim?
Late flag.
I don't know if they're going to call a late hit or if it's a block in the back, perhaps.
I don't know.
Now we've got a bunch of trips formation to the right, short side of the field. And Spencer in the gun. Twins left, so it's a spread look for sure. And Q's going to go in motion. Spencer design roll out to the left, and he's going to dump it off short to Covington at the 30, up to the 35, and he's still on his feet all the way up to the 42-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, you get Caleb Covington, number 1, in space.
Yeah.
He is so tough to tackle.
Yeah, he is.
Just fun to watch. And it's such a nice, 1-2 punch with him and Junton, number 25, just kind of going north-south and crashing between the tackles. Same formation spread. This time they're going to look at the jet sweep, and they give it to, is that Covington again?
It is. Yep. So he gets about 5 on that play.
So Pinnacle, short pass. They're going to go with short passes. They're going to go with some running plays to try to chew up the clock here. Spencer in the gun, trips right. Twins left. Quentin Powell in motion. Spencer's going to roll to his right. He's going to go up top, and he does have an open receiver who couldn't quite come back and make the adjustment. Ball was underthrown a little bit. That's number 80, Cole. Is that correct, Tim?
That's correct.
So Cole on the year. He's another speedster. He's got some wheels.
And that ball was just a little. Cole had to come back for that one a little bit. Spencer arced that one up there a little bit, and that took a little velocity off of it.
So now we're looking at a 3rd and 6 from our own 40, call it our 46-yard line. Spencer, pump fakes, completes it over the middle to the 40, to the 35, 30, and that's Q down to the 10, 5, touchdown. Superman went into the phone booth again.
54 yards.
It's this is where the Pioneers are starting to blow it up, open here. So it's 44-7, pending the PAT. And I was watching just as that play was developing there, watching the Horizon sideline there, and they're just kind of
they're shell-shocked.
Yeah, a little bit in awe at the way this game is completely shifted all of a sudden.
You're breaking up a little bit, Rich. We can't quite hear you.
Sorry about that.
There
I just want to say I'm going deep again. I'm at 500, 2 for 4. I'm looking for 3 for 5 right here. But it's out of my way.
Q had 5 receiving touchdowns coming into the year, and
that's over Rich's head, I think.
Yep, that is on the year, folks. You hear that broken record? 50 for 50 on PATs. Jacob Beach.
Incredible.
That's no easy feat.
No, not at all. But that also tells you the power of the offense.
Oh, yeah, tons.
So 11:09 left in the fourth quarter here in the game, and Pinnacle on top, 45-7.
Tell you what, the Lumberjacks are getting a pretty good football player coming up there next year in Jacob Beach.
Northern Valley Orthodontists. At our core of our dental practice is a friendly team of professionals that are dedicated to the utmost comfort and optimal oral health. We view each patient as a unique individual and tailor each treatment to your specific needs. We provide comprehensive treatment planning and Cosmetic Dentistry to achieve optimal dental health. Please visit them across from Desert Ridge for a unique experience and exceptional care and service. A proud sponsor of Pinnacle Football.
All right, folks. This is our favorite song to dance to. The kids don't get quite as crazy with this, but you can hear we're in a rock concert. Rich is down there dancing somewhere.
I am. I'm down with the band. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can.
So I really believe that Horizon thought that they could hang with Pinnacle, and then they've just kind of.
Well, I think there was a little bit of a fire lit at halftime too.
Oh yeah.
Pinnacle locker room. So here we are. We're up to the 15 to 20, 25. He's got some room. Shakes off a tackle all the way up to the 32. Pretty good return.
Takes the ball at the goal line.
Let's see.
Works his way, breaks a few tackles out across the 30.
So the running clock, folks, starts if we're up at least 42 points. Right now the spread's only 38.
Brendan Smurs, number 9 on the tackle there.
So let's see what we have on defense here. They're going to keep the starters in, I believe. It's 38-point lead. So
no, they've got on the defense. They've got the Pasternak in
oh,
there
the
as
seniors,
corner. Yeah. Number 20 as well, Tyler Marsh.
So a lot of the seniors. Brandon Pasternak, number 3, has been a great kid. Coleman, number 6. They're all good kids. I had a lot of fun coaching.
Dakota Lassiter, number 32 at safety there.
Yep. So
I can't see the other safety.
It's going to be a handoff over to the right-hand side, and he's got some shake and bake moves all the way up to the 44.
And it looks like Lassiter, number 32 on the tackle there for the Pioneers.
So, yeah, you're right, Tim. We'll have to see if we can get all these numbers in. So that's Cody, number 32. He's a senior. You're getting a lot of seniors coming in now, folks. Ashenbrand coming in.
I can't see this other. Is that 37 down there? I can't see the other one.
I think
the
so.
Other safety.
And that's going to be a run up the middle. He's got some room up to the 47-yard line of Pinnacle. Usually at this game, whenever it's senior night, they try to get a lot of the seniors in at the same time.
Correct. Lassiter, number 32 on the tackle.
Corley Thompson back in, number 56. Big Sam, number 52, coming in.
Also, Cameron Bordeaux, number 51.
Yep.
Or Bodwin, I'm sorry.
Bodwin, there you go. Going to be a handoff over to the right-hand side. Good job by the defense. They blew it up, and look at that. There's a senior night picture for you. There's about 7 Pioneers right around the ball. Got to like that. How many were coming off the pile there, Tim?
Matt Stedman, number 27, coming in.
Yep.
There's Riley Woodruff, number 33, was the other safety that was in.
Yep. Riley's a senior. Stedman's a senior. Riley's a good kid. He'll hit you, too. Riley's a good hitter. So 3rd down and 4. Twins to the left. Motion. And shotgun. And it's going to be a quick throw out to the flats, and pretty good job on D to come up. I don't think he got the first down.
I think he came up a little bit short there.
Did you see who?
Brett Rudolph, number 44, on the reception there. I didn't catch who got him out of bounds there.
So Shane Sunday checking in for Markison.
Looked like Stedman on the coverage there and gets him out of bounds, number 27.
So you have mostly seniors, and here comes your sophomore.
That's okay.
Sunday, he's a good player.
And they're doing a great job. It's going to be a 4th down here in short, 4th and 2. Husky offense stays out there.
Yep, seniors are all looking at this, and you see Andrew Hurley, the D coordinator. Well, it's not on the camera, but he's trying to audible to some kind of a shift or change on D, and you see that with the secondary now coming up. And here comes Cody. He's playing a little bit tighter. Quite a bit of time to throw. They're going to try to go up top, and ball's incomplete. Brandon Pasternak on the coverage.
And that was an absolute uncatchable ball, way overthrown.
Nice coverage,
so
Brandon.
Huskies are going to turn it over on downs. Pinnacle offense is going to come back out.
And you may see the same thing on offense. You might see more
seniors.
Yeah, quite a bit of seniors. You know, the thing is on offense, a lot of the skill position kids, quarterback, running back, they're mostly underclassmen. A lot of them are.
Right.
You know, that are starters. So
Matt Mickelson, number 70 in there. Number 77's coming in there, which is Milbrandt.
And your quarterback, I think, is going to be number 7, Parker Red.
It is Parker Red. Number 31 is also in there, Alonzo Maya.
So here we go. Sophomore. Double tight, double wing. Pop Warner football. Let's watch this, folks. Parker's going to hand it off over to the right-hand side, and there's some good room up the middle. Is that Goodlow? 47?
47, that is Goodlow.
Goodlow played up a couple of games on varsity this year, folks. He's another huge weapon.
Yep, and that's an upcoming weapon. You're going to see him next year quite a bit.
He's tough. He's so good. So double tight, double wing. Parker going to hand it off on the jet sweep. And Juntanen going north-south and picking up some tough yardage. That's 7 yards. Kind of fun for Parker, who's a senior, number 7, to be able to get in and play some more quarterback.
And those of you who are just catching us, Parker, and we've said it before, has played some quarterback position as a freshman and a sophomore, so he knows what's going on back there.
I like this formation, though. It's so tough. 2 tight ends, 2 wings, and now we're going to go in motion and just go right up the gut. And it's going to be good for, look at that offensive line get that push. Maybe about...
He's going to be Alonzo Maya on the carry. He's going to be very close to the Pinnacle first down. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to move it. He did get the first down. 8:26 and moving.
So 1st and 10 for Pinnacle. And it's going to be a inside counter to Juntanen. He's got some room. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Pinnacle. And that's going to put us over the 42 mark. We're going to break 50 on the game, but now the running clock will start with 8:09 left. 51-7 Pioneers.
So here comes Veach for the PAT, number 51.
You know, this game reminds me of if you had a heavyweight title fight, and the first 3 or 4 rounds are pretty close, you know, with the champ winning. Well, and then it just gets blown open.
Well, like the whole shift on that game was that Horizon was down there on the 12-yard line, ready to kind of punch one in. They coughed it up, and Quentin Powell ran it all the way back. That was the turning point right there. I see Rich running way behind the goalpost. He's on the track.
Try to get it. He's all the way back. They just blew it dead. Beach goes through the motions anyway. Rich, you think you're going to get this one, Rich? He's hitting his mic right.
I'm so on this. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Oh, we got another kid back here with Rich.
Tosh. Did you guys see me wreck Tosh to get the other one?
Yeah, I did.
Tosh Baker.
He's threatening me right now. You know I'm an old man, right?
Rich, I'm looking, from what I can tell, Tosh has got you by about, 3 or 4 inches. And
he's got me.
Maybe about 50 pounds. Something tells me he might be able to box you out. I'm not sure. So it's 8:06 left in the game. Veach to remain perfect with his 51st PAT on the year. Snaps down. He gets it. And I'll tell you what, not for lack of trying on the Husky side.
And Rich dropped it. He's just got too many Fritos at halftime, Rich. Hands are still greasy.
Shout out to number 18, Tucker Parrish, and the center. I think that's, I'm not sure if that's Verb that does a long snap. I'll have to watch next time. But that is huge. That it's a good snap and it's a good hold.
It is Verbalitis.
Yeah, so Verb does the snapping, and you get Tucker on the hold, and that 3-person combination along with the line blocking, the entire unit, really, that's something to be proud of. 51 for 51. I mean, come on, really? It's huge. Well, we're going to add to that lead. You know, we're averaging 44.9 points per game on the season. That's going to go up again based on tonight's performance. So we still got 8:06 left.
Yeah, so the other thing is Pinnacle is going to hold on to this winning streak against Horizon.
Yep, 11-0.
11-0.
All time. And there's been some good ones. Last year's game, we went to double overtime. Well, we went to overtime to win that, actually. It was tight. And I haven't checked on the scores, but it sounds like Desert Mountain was up big over Boulder Creek, so that may put Boulder Creek out of the playoff picture and Desert Mountain in. And I still think Horizon will be curious to see if Horizon, it may be Horizon or Boulder Creek, but maybe not both. Because they've all beat each other. They're all 1-1-1 against each other. So here comes Veach. Boom.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
So, you know, when you talk about that 1-1-1, you know, in the region there, so it's going to look at strength of schedule. It's going to look at points, you know, at the points and the differentiation between the points between the two teams and strength of schedule with the other teams. It's all going to kind of play out.
That formula, I wish they said they literally analyze thousands of games. So you're right. As it comes to strength of schedule, Tim, they're looking at who'd you beat and who they beat and who beat them and blah, blah, blah. It's hard to figure out, but I think that
it's a patented algorithm, Coach Todd.
Yeah. Pi r squared, right, Rich? So, shotgun formation, twins to the right, and it's going to be a handoff over to the right-hand side. We got some new numbers in there, Tim will have to call out. You saw number 20 at corner for Pinnacle, and that is, I believe that's Tyler Marsh, another senior.
Yeah, I didn't see who made the tackle there. So.
Corley Thompson coming in, and
Bodwin, maybe number 51 was
tackle.
on the tackle, or Woodruff was on the tackle there.
I think I see, is that Roy Bacala, number 63?
Roy Bacala, number 63.
In at tackle. We got,
he's a senior.
I think it's all seniors on the field, isn't it?
I would think so.
Pretty close, if not all of them.
Tyler Marsh.
Kyle Bryant's on 11. He's a junior.
Okay, so Kyle's your other safety out there. And it's going to be a hand off up the middle for about 3 or 4 tough yards. And some more kids coming in. You got Pasternak coming back in, and Cody. Pasternak is number 3. Cody, number 32. Had fun with those kids last year. Number 6 is Coleman. Stedman at safety. Okay. There's your secondary. Linebacking crew, I'm trying to get some numbers. I see number.
Yeah, it's tough to read them all. I think Zaire Bogle's in number 8 still. I can't see who's at middle because they're on the other side of the field there.
Yeah, Bodwin's in there, but is that Hogan?
That's 50. I'm not sure who's in the middle there.
Who's at the mic? Yeah, we'll have
That's 51, Cameron
Bodwin.
Okay, he's at the middle backer, so it's going to be a fake handoff. They're going to throw, and good pressure on the outside. Did that kid catch that? That's a heck of a catch if he did.
No, that's incomplete.
Good pressure on the left-hand side. Who was the left end that came crashing in there?
Yeah, I had that wrong. That wasn't 51, Bodwin. It was number 59. I don't have a 59.
Now, that might be somebody that got called up.
Yeah,
from, and again, folks, we apologize for that. So we'll see if we can get a number 59.
And number 35 coming in, that's Greg Alley. He's a junior, 5'11". So it's the starting punt unit, basically. So Coleman back. Coleman, a senior, might be fun to see if he can get one, take one back. And they're going to take as much time as they can. 5 minutes and counting, folks. And he's going to get that end over end. And now Coleman's going to let it bounce dangerously. He's dancing by it. As a coach, sometimes that drives you nuts. It's
yeah.
Okay, you either got to pick it up or you got to get away. Poison, get away. So Pioneers will take over on offense. 4:45 and counting left in the ballgame.
So even though a running clock, doesn't the clock stop on change of possession?
It does. It does. And, you know, the thing is that it's really up to the ref. The ref is the one who's the boss. He's the one that winds it or he doesn't. So he just wound it up.
Yeah, so 4:18 and counting. And here comes your Pioneers and some new numbers, Tim. So I see number 74 out there. That's a lineman, I'm sure. Yes.
Zach Viteros, number 16, is going to be at quarterback. We've got number 19 in there as well. I'm not sure who that is.
So some of the JV kids that have come up, I think, which wasn't on our roster that we were given, or that I printed out earlier either. So double tight, double wing formation. Going to be a quick handoff over to the right-hand side. Not a lot of room.
Good low.
Yeah.
So I will ask Coach Zupke before the playoffs start. I will send him an email, and we will get an updated roster from him.
It's a good call.
Yep, he'll give it.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of new kids. And I'll tell you what, that JV team being undefeated, there's some kids that can flat out ball at that level. They can come up and I think help the program. They really can, varsity. So Futuros again under center, double tight, double wing. The Pinnacle Pop Warner look, if you will.
Yeah, they're just going to wait, and he's just going to wait.
Yeah, 3:13 and counting. Motion, they didn't call it. And right up the middle, not a lot of room. So there's lots of new faces in there. Hogan's back in on offense, I see, number 42. Jacob Brady, number 21.
Harrison Cooper, number 68, just came in.
So Jacob Brady, number 31, is a running back. Goodlow, 47, running back. And you got number 19, I believe?
I don't have a 19.
Okay, that's what we were trying to figure out. Okay. 2:30 and counting. it's such an interesting offense. I like that look. But look at, they got 7 guys on the line and 4 within 5 yards of the ball. It's just a big scrum. And it's going to be a counter. This is going to go, folks. Look out. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Keep the gas on, kid. Touchdown, Pioneers. Matty Goodlow.
Goodlow. I think that's his first one of the season on the varsity level.
Yeah, if we get a replay on this, you could see that develop because here's the thing. When they do that inside counter move, if they've got 7 guys on the line and only 4 behind and they guess wrong and they think it's going to go to the other side, it's mano-a-mano, one-on-one when Goodlow hits that edge. And if that backer doesn't get him down, good night. He's gone.
So, yeah, the Horizon sideline looks a little stunned at the way this is going.
Yep.
So that just tells you how
potent.
And how good Pinnacle really is. They are going to be a serious threat, I believe, in the playoffs.
Look, I've been around this program 7 years. There's no doubt in my mind this is the best Pinnacle football team I've ever seen. I mean, we've had some good ones throughout the years, but folks, this one's special. And I think they're going to be that way for a couple of years coming up, too.
So number 52 on the year.
Yeah, for Veach.
So 2:09 left in the game. Pinnacle's on top, 59-7. So this game was within 10 points, and it's all come after that. Horizon got a break right before the end of the first half there and put 7 points on the board. We went in 17-7, and it's been all Pinnacle since.
Well, that one long run that they had, really. I mean, it was a great run. It was a great run. Give the kid credit.
PureGen Pharmaceuticals, the Best Valley Dermatology. PureGen is a mission to provide high-quality products exclusively to specialists that meet the real needs of patients while offering easy access with great value, treating skin care conditions. PureGen offers innovative and cost-effective products while focusing on delivering excellent customer service to their patients and providers that utilize their products. Their commitment to patient access is the heart of their business and is in the hearts of minds of our employees, and we continue to grow with our product portfolio. Sponsor Pinnacle Football.
While the sponsor shout-out was going out, those watching at home just saw the dance moves for a couple of the Pioneer seniors. They were going to town on the sideline, and they still are.
Yeah, because
now
they're having fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, senior year on senior night, big win over your rival, of course.
You know what is cool, and I don't know. I know Steve is fighting a little bit of disc space here, but at the end of this game, the seniors will walk the field for the last time.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is. It's tears flew, or tears came down when I saw my son do that. It's an emotional time for the kids. So touchback for Veach.
Tailgaters Sports Grill and Il Primo Pizza and Wings. Food fun starts at Tailgaters and Il Primo. They pride themselves in being the favorite place for food, drink, sports, and fun. You can always catch your favorite sports, host special events, enjoy karaoke and live bands. They offer dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Tailgates Il Primo, your hometown hangout for great food and good times. A sponsor of Pinnacle Football.
You know what, Tim, though? I don't think you'll see that tonight because we'll host a playoff game.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, we'll see that.
It might be next week because you don't know if we'll have a second home game. It depends on the seedings. So it's going to be run up the middle, and good job. Tackled by, is that Marcuson, number 99? I believe so.
No, number 59 on the
59. Okay.
59 on the tackle, and I don't know who that is.
Greg Alley checking in. Marcuson checking out. So 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the ballgame, folks. So you got Sanchez in, number 37 at corner. And it's going to be a handoff over the left-hand side, and good tackle.
That's Lassiter, number 32.
Yeah, Cody Lassiter. I saw a Twitter feed earlier. He's thinking about going and playing in California next year. I don't know if that's still the case.
Hey guys, right after the pride drill, maybe when the seniors are on the field, I'm going to try to get the Hatton brothers, see if we can get a repeat of that interview that we missed last week.
Perfect.
Okay. Pioneers coming back out. You see some other new numbers in there, Tim. I'm trying to look. I see Bogle in there. Bodwin over on the left. And it's going to be a handoff. over to the right-hand side, and pretty good pursuit by the defense.
And, you know, the Pinnacle defense has just they've been great tonight.
Yeah, Jake Munn, number 58.
And that's where this clock is moving. This is where this game is going to end. So this game's going to wrap up. The final score is going to be 59-7. Pioneers on top. And that's kind of where we're going to end. I want to get one of our last sponsors in, Premier Solar Solutions, a national leader in solar energy solutions, offering solar energy, a partner to the Arizona Cardinals. Solar energy for your home is also just plain smart. Smart development and smart for your finance. You can really rely on Premier Solar Solutions to help you understand the available solar options that best fit your needs. Premier Solar Solutions at premiersolar.com for details. One of our sponsors, Pinnacle Football.
So a lot of good sportsmanship as you see them shake hands. Again, you know, the schools are maybe 5 miles apart, Pinnacle and Horizon. A lot of these kids know each other from playing youth ball, everything, you know, just all kinds of different sports. And, you know, the same kind of fast food restaurants. We all go up to Desert Ridge, right? You know,
yep,
so
they all hang out
up the road. So there's, you know, a lot of camaraderie and tough for the Huskies. You know, when you're on the wrong end of that score, and we've seen it before, it's no fun. But this final regular season game, so Pinnacle will end up 8-3 on the year. We had the extra game where most only played 10. But 8-3 heading into the playoffs, and you're right, Tim.
And Pinnacle is going to stay 11-0 against the Huskies. The Huskies have not beat them on the varsity level, and all 3 levels this week won against Horizon. So just want to point that out. The other thing is, folks, next week, Friday, a week from today, will be the first playoff game. It will be here at Pinnacle High School. I can guarantee you that, just after the outcome of tonight's game. We should be live broadcasting, so make sure you check out the Pinnacle website and join us for those of you out of state. And then the games after that are going to kind of be a we'll see situation, depending on the AIA.
Well, depending, if we can do it. So, Rich, I'm not sure. It sounds like we're still live.
We are, because I know that Rich is going to try to catch the Hatton brothers after they do their pride drill, and we'll usually kind of wrap it up with Coach Zupke out there.
Yep, and you see, let's shout out to the coaches. You've got Dana Zupke, head coach, I believe, 14th or 15th year. Sometimes I keep getting that wrong on which one it is, but he's
been around.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
So the pride drill is something that they do on all levels. It's just shows good sportsmanship and team building and all that kind of stuff, and it promotes a family, and that's what these Pioneers are.
Well, win, lose, or draw. You know, that's something that they always do. And I remember being down there when they would, you know, to start off, if they weren't doing it right in practice, keep doing it. You know?
So a big win for the Pioneers here. Again, the seedings are going to play out tomorrow. I know that they actually kind of do that via the internet. It's actually broadcast live. Not sure where the coaches are meeting yet. You can go to, what is it, Arizona AIA 365, or I can't remember the site there, Todd, and you can check that out. And you'll see kind of where the seedings are.
Actually, AZ Preps 365.
AZ Preps 365.
That's where it gives you the power rankings. It gives you, you know, who is where, and it's just going to depend on. I think the Chandler looked like they were going to win. Desert Ridge looked like they were going to win. So who's going to be number one? That's what I want to know. Desert Ridge is 9-1, and so is Perry.
And so is Perry. So I don't know what happened with that team. Maybe we can catch some of the scores, or if somebody's out there and wants to shoot us a quick text message.
Yeah, they were up. Yeah, they were up pretty big when I saw at halftime. I see Rich down there trying to flag down. As you see him on your screen. He went up. Here we go. So we've got one of the Hatton brothers. There's Hayden, it looks like. So there's going to be some. Rich, can you hear us? Yeah, I'm not sure. Rich can't hear us. I'm not sure. Yeah, we've lost Rich, Tim. So I'm not sure if we're still live or not, quite honestly.
No, we're live. They got Rich on the TV there, so we're live.
Can you hear us, Rich? No. He's looking up at the camera. Okay, so.
All right, guys, here we go.
Okay.
So, hey, I'm here with the Hatton brothers. It's been a phenomenal regular season. Tim and I have been on the receiving side of having these guys come up after JV and during JV and freshman games after their practice, educating us on I guess the Pinnacle way. We'll start over here with 88 and
Hayden.
Hayden, why don't you tell us about the game and about the season?
It was a great season. Very exciting. We love everybody. I love everybody on the team. Chemistry is great. there's no better way to finish off a season with a win over Horizon than this.
Yeah, but you got to tell him that he's not supposed to tell his mom he's taking an ice bath for 45 minutes in the locker room when he's actually in the press box screwing around all the time.
Ice bath we're talking about. Right?
Yeah.
That's how he prepared for the Pinnacle game.
Yeah.
So Hogan, how about yourself? What are your comments about the season?
It's been a great season so far. Hopefully, we get another 4 games. It would be absolutely amazing to get to that state championship game, which Pinnacle's going to fit to. So it's an honor to play here, and it's even better with reporters like you guys.
We like that. We like that little plug there.
Hey, Caden's got something he wants to read off the card here.
Uh-oh.
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
We got Hogan. What do you got?
I guess I'm a motivational speaker. I live in a van down by the river, eating a steady diet.
They're not congregating on the field at all.
Government cheese.
And there it is, guys. Hey, the Haddon brothers.
Oh, boy.
Blast. I love watching you guys play.
Hey, Rich, you're right there. You got some seniors right next to you, too. I don't know if you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's
okay,
up?
there's Dylan Stevenson right next to you, 28. See if he. Oh, they're getting pictures. Look at this.
Oh, there you go, Rich.
Yeah, you've got Smurs. Those are all the seniors. See if you can go crash that party.
Well, I got a couple of scores here while Rich is taking a photo. Desert Ridge did beat Highland 21-7.
Right.
Perry beat Basha 56-14.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Let's see what else. Got to get them all here. Central, it's not going to matter too much. Red Mountain beat Westwood 34-16.
Nice. Hey, Rich, go get Dylan, and go get Veach. Get Veach too.
Dylan. Veach is running away. We lost Veach.
Okay.
Hey, so if you got us on camera 1 up here, this is the live stream broadcast. And I don't know if you know who I am. My son is Jake Piper. You played with last year. We've got this is the live stream broadcast. I think we may have a question for you.
So tell Dylan, wait a ball out, and tell him he better pack some cold clothes for some ball next year. Ask him how that's going to go.
Coach Dixon says, wait a ball out, you better pack some warm clothes for where you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Ask him how excited.
Tell me, what's been your highlight so far of the regular season? I know you got more games, but what's been your highlights?
Honestly, keeping it close to the big games that really matter.
That's actually very good.
Yeah,
very good.
So hey, tell him way to take it to the house.
Yeah,
way to take it to the house, they said.
All righty, Rich. So, folks, we're gonna sign off tonight, and we're gonna say goodnight. Catch you guys next week, 7 o'clock game time for the first round of the playoffs. Please join us live. Check out pinnaclefootball.com for all the details, and that's the place to go. It gives you the information on what time the broadcast is on, when we're playing, and so on and so on. So, for myself, Tim Storrs, Todd Dixon, and Rich Piper, we want to say goodnight, everybody, and we'll see you in a week.
Yep, bring on the playoffs. Get some. All right, good night, folks.